Wah wah. Hello. Sorry, getting things set up. Oh my lord. Oh, this gonna be fun. Oh, this gonna be fun. Let me move this one all the way over here. Oh, this gonna be fun. It's not gonna be fun. It's not gonna be fun. Oh, fuck me. Um. Oh, yeah. I blame Stephen Bryant for this. I'm just saying. No, I don't. Let's check comments. Hello, Super Disney Fan 15. Welcome to the stream. Oh my lord, we're on number 4. 4 means more. We actually surpassed like the 3-part limit that I usually have. Alright. Girl. By the way, before we get started, how did we enjoy the re-uploads that I re-uploaded? I hope we enjoyed them. I really hope we did. Christ. What is that what the description says? It better not be. He's not doing anything. If you're on about, seeing him, that's not who the stream's about, but, he's not made a video on me in 4 days, so, take that as you will. But the stream will not be about seeing Kim. I'm just... Therapy is what I think I need. For what we're about to go through today. Christ. Oh, I'm so tired as well. I literally woke up to this shit, man. At 3 a.m., I woke up to this shit. I should have just gone back to sleep. But it's alright. We're here now. Oh, there's the glasses. Oy vey. Okay, that is okay. Just need to make sure that all my tabs that I had open before are closed because there's a secret project that I'm working on. Not saying anything beyond that, but there's a secret project that I'm working on, and I just hope and pray that I don't accidentally pull it up during the stream. But oy vey. How y'all doing tonight? Or for me, early hours of the morning. How y'all doing? Hope y'all are doing good. I myself am a little less good tonight. Christ. Right, give me a sec. I just wanna... I need to see his face actually move. Yeah, okay. Okay, his face actually does move. That is so strange. I'm so bad. When was that? He doesn't... Jeffree Star... Okay. Okay. Work. Sure. Sorry. It will say that I've looked at the video, but it's literally just because I've looked at it just now, just to be like, what the... What? Like, is this actually even real? Am I just tripping? But no, it's a real video. I'm so baffled. I'm so baffled. I'll be so honest. Hello, Turbo. Hello, Lumi Paul. Welcome to the stream, the pair of you. Hope your night's going well. So, I feel like we can get into this. I just need to move my windows around. Move that one up there. I need the chat on the side here. And, yeah, we'll just get into it, because I haven't... This might get a little bit heated, I'm just warning you now. Alright? I might get what the children consider to be triggered. by a certain motherfucker. Right? But... let's go to the scene. I barely had time to exist today. I woke up at 3 a.m. and I always know that something's kicking off at the early hours of the morning. if I'm awoken, it's not Nathan. It's nobody on the online sphere actually, apart from our dear old friend RTI. I better just show it. And I'm just saying, Anthony, since I know this gets clipped, hi, this stuff down here. If you're gonna add this on, please can you make it abundant whether or not your channel has suddenly turned into a fuck kosmik channel or not? Please make it known, because I'm confused. I am so confused. Literally started off 3 videos here, and then as of 4 days ago, it's gone on about me. I am their content now. Honestly, love that for me. Love that for them. Hate it for me, but love that for them. But I was sent this. God, let me check my phone. Let me check Discord and see how long ago it was. I was sent this. Fucking hell. 2 hours ago before I woke up. And then I woke up. And I saw that RTI was uploading videos related to me, and I went, oh, here we go. Turned into a fuck kosmik channel, and I was sent a screenshot that only had the 2 most recent videos, so number 1, number 2, right? And I just had to click on them. That's why most of them here look like they've been watched, right? I've not actually watched them. I put them on mute because I was like, did he actually? Oh my god, he did. He did. So I go onto his channel after seeing the first 2 in a screenshot on the mobile device, and I see this one over here. Everyone, we'll get into him in a sec, but the only video here that confuses me is this one down here, right? The one that says Kosmik's family is fucked up, and I'm like, can you just make it abundantly known, please? Is this the real Bonnie R and not the troll parody account? No, this is the real Bonnie R. This is the real one. The Glamrock Bonnie R, the troll one, has a completely different channel that is essentially the opposite of this, that says Glamrock Bonnie R isn't innocent. But this one just really confuses me because it's like, is he siding with me? Is he not siding with me? Did he take this side quest to try? Did he take a side quest or something to like defend me all of a sudden? I'm like, can someone like help me with that? Because I'm so confused. Like, but everyone, I want to put it on mute for now, just so then, because this is, camera quality shite, but that's to be expected. Can we just put this in theater mode? Christ. I hope, for his sake, that this camera quality and this mic quality is gorgeous. Or, like, the mic quality is gorgeous. I want everyone to say hello to my little brother. Right? I want everyone to say hello to my little brother. I had no idea he made a video. I had no idea he had made a video until RTI re-uploaded it. Right? Had no idea. Had no idea. Girl, I literally had no idea that he sat here and made a video. Oh my god. And I will assume that this was last year, right? I will assume this was last year. But what I was told from steaming my buns. Oh my lord, he steams my buns. He steams my fucking buns, right? So essentially, this year, if we're to get into IRL stuff, this year, he told me that, he asked me for a moment of my time as I was going towards this store called Aldi. If we're to get into real life stuff, this is the last interaction I had with him, right? back in March or April, I can't remember the exact like month or whatever, but he comes up to me and he asks me, this one right here on screen, the one that we can only see the mouth of right now, who's gonna replicate, I assume with the guitar, Colleen Ballinger, which is a side-eye moment. I'm gonna be so real. But he sat here and asked me for a moment of my time. And I took on my headphones and I went, okay, what does he wanna say? Even though I didn't speak to him, you know, at that point I was willing to hear him out. He sat there and went, I live just down the street. You can come to talk to me anytime. Bear in mind, he didn't tell me his street address or like anything like that, which is okay. Well, whatever, but like, sure. But he sat here and went, in the end, he literally went, oh, I live just down the street. You can come to talk to me at any time. But to be honest, I would find that more productive than sitting here and making shitty YouTube videos. Motherfucker, you knew where I lived. These motherfuckers know where I live. These motherfuckers have known where I've lived for a good year. If you go to the right people who hate me, you could probably get leads on where I am today. What the fuck? Like, that comment boiled me, like, inside. Like, I was pissed as he walked off saying, like, that. I was pissed. It was a low jab that got a reaction from me because I unblocked him on my Twitter account before it was suspended. And I sent him a lovely multi-paragraph sort of fucking response to that. Essentially going, you can go fuck yourself. I never want to speak to you again. How dare you make that comment knowing exactly where I have lived? How dare you? I hope I never run into you in life again. Brother, And what is with the black bars here? I'm so low. What is with the black bars here? What is with the black bars here? Is this like some kind of cinema? Ukulele apology video. Sounds about right. Let's just... Girl, it's gonna boil my buns. It's gonna boil my buns. It's gonna boil my fucking buns. I'm just letting y'all know right now. It's gonna fucking boil my buns. I can already tell that this is gonna boil my buns. And I'm gonna let y'all in on something before we start, actually. In 2020, before I met any of y'all motherfuckers on this internet, when I was dealing with myself after I had been kicked out of my mother's house in 2020, this motherfucker right here made a video on me. This motherfucker. So I would assume that this was made after like during or just after the 2024 situation stuff. So this is a repeated pattern now, right? This is a repeated pattern. I'm sorry, but this is this is gonna boil my buns. Let's just get into it.
Right, just making this video,
okay. He's not gonna give us a ukulele apology. Is my desktop audio?
Purpose of it isn't...
Okay, good. Okay, good. I'm gonna turn up the desktop audio on my end.
To, you know,
Okay, right. We can go back to the beginning now. I've sorted out my audio settings now, right? It's not my fault for how quiet he sounds in the video. Literally set it to max volume. Right. Fucking hell. Let's hear it.
Making this video, purpose of it isn't to, you know, demonize the person, you know.
The person, baby, just say my name. We're already 10 seconds into this. 13 seconds if you count the extra 3 seconds. I'm already pissed off. Just from his voice alone. 44 minutes. Okay. Make it... I'm sure this was quick for you. I'm sure this was quick for you.
It's directed at...
Mm.
Or to really play into any kind of sympathy. I am incredibly sympathetic towards this person. Also, at the same time, in my personal opinion, I think what they're doing is more pathetic than anything and just needs to be addressed.
Oh, okay, okay. So opinion. So they've got an opinion. They think that apparently what I'm doing, and unless it's literally stated something in 2025 that happened in terms of that situation between me and them in 2025, or like the Twitter message that I sent them before I blocked them again, that I told y'all about, I will assume this was in 2024. Okay, so opinion right off the bat, pathetic. Got it. Right.
You know, outside of the echo chamber that they've created.
Echo chamber?
Wants to listen to this wants to believe anything I say.
Oh, sorry. I went... sorry, I meant to pause. Echo chamber? Echo chamber? I mean, we can go... Give me a sec. We can literally go through... Baby, there was no echo chamber on this end. I'm just gonna say it right now. If we want to get into it, there was no echo chamber. Alright, there was no echo chamber here. And I'm just gonna pull up the video statistics, because a lot of people at that time were very much against me. Alright? A lot of people were against me. A lot of fucking people were against me. Yeah, let's... Pretty sure your community was never an echo chamber on the top of my head. He likes saying these big words without having any idea what they fucking mean. But if we go back to 2024, when the situation did kick off. See the video statistics there? If you don't see it and it's too blurry or too small, 37.5% likes, right? On this video where I was trying to defend myself, right? This video about last night, okay, you know, work. That one's unlisted. I should probably make that one public again, but... Ending the lies. I mean, my video got bad reception. Hello? If my community was an echo chamber, I'm pretty sure that would have been... Like, there's the opposite of dislike bombs. Like bombs. You know what I mean? Like, it would have been like bombs to hell and back. Like, hello? Echo chamber my ass. Hello? Alright. Some of my videos are dislike bomb. Yeah, and girl, I'm just gonna show it right now in terms of my most recent videos. This one, we already know he dislike bombs me, but 10 dislikes, 3 likes on this one. If we really want to get into the numbers. This one right here, 7 dislikes, 1 like. Bear in mind, at this point, I had only just come back, so I didn't expect anybody to really watch this one. This one, 17 dislikes, 6 likes. Baby. My community's not an echo chamber. Let's get that claim out of the way. We're not even a minute into this and I am angry. Anyway.
But the fact of the matter is, a 24-year-old man, or woman, sorry, is harassing a 16-year-old.
Harassing?
Like, and I think it's reprehensible.
Right. It's in no way was that supposed to be any kind of transphobic joke, just accidental thing. I'm too lazy to edit it out. I mean, my comments will say what they think. I can tell it was a mistake that wasn't supposed to be there. Alright, fair, but you've known me, you knew me at that time for 2 years. Bit of a side-eye moment. But harassing? Harassing? Baby, if anything, I could literally go onto Twitter right now and go to these people's accounts and go all the way back through to 2024. But work. Why does he look so red? I just realized that. Why does he look so red? Hello?
I'm sorry for accidentally saying that. I'm going to preface this purely by saying, hey, hello. It's been a while.
Hello.
Sorry about, you know, when I bumped into you, like, a month ago, and I tried being a dickhead and tried going to be funny. But,
okay, so this is 2025. This is 2025. Yeah, he also did that before the Aldi incident. And I'm gonna be so for real. I was walking up from this shop called Spar, right? I was walking up from this shop called Spar. I was crossing the road, and all of a sudden, this motherfucker goes boo, and I'm sat here like, what the fuck, huh? I'm like, huh? And people on the street were literally side-eyeing him. I literally took a glance around, and people were. I wasn't just delusional in there. He was making a fucking fool out of himself. I'm literally sat here like, huh? But yeah, there was an incident before the Audi thing. I didn't think that it needs to be brought up, but alright.
I don't know if you believe nobody's in the family is taking anything you're saying seriously, because you've just been digging yourself a hole for fucking years. And again,
for years. So, chat, my hypothesis about my family sitting here and subtly making digs at me to get me because they knew. Right, so I'm just going to explain it for the new people. Whenever I would go over to any of my family members' places, residences, whatever, they would insert subtle digs about the situation that happened in 2020 to make me admit that I was wrong in terms of, because I didn't want to start fights in their house. I didn't want to start fights anywhere. I didn't want to end up, saying anything the wrong way in someone else's house, right? For years, up until 2024, I had this complex in my brain because of the way my family was treating me that I felt like I had to be redeemed by these motherfuckers. And I'm sorry, I'm taking back that narrative right now. I didn't need to be redeemed by y'all at all. At all. Go fuck yourselves. How dare you? How dare you? To the adults in my family, how dare you? How dare you sit there and tell somebody who at the time, I know I wasn't a minor, right? I know I wasn't 17 or under, right? When the kicking out part happened. But how dare you tell somebody who, when they moved back in with their mother in 2017, when I was 15, that child had to witness their mother and at their time their second stepfather arguing every single day, beating the shit out of each other. And y'all wondered, in terms of hygiene issues, because that was a big thing. Apparently, I smelled like shit, this, that, and the other, right? I can admit, was not the best with my hygiene. But I'm sorry, when fights are happening just outside my door, why would I want to leave my room at that time? But no, apparently I'm overreacting, right? And that's just one of the things I could bring up. So how dare you sit there and say that an 18-year-old, 4 months after turning 18, who got kicked out, saying the wrong fucking word, is somehow this person who is digging themselves a hole. I'm sorry that the fucking adults in my family can't be adults. I'm so sorry. That's not on me. I'm sorry, who is this guy again? Super Disney fan? This is my IRL younger brother who apparently, according to tonight, made a video on me. Apparently. I didn't know. But this was made this year, as I've gathered from shit he said. And apparently, apparently for years, according to him, I've dug myself a hole. Apparently, for years. So if this was known in the family, then my hypothesis and my mistake of getting back into contact with my own fucking mother is true. I wish I had told her to go fuck herself in that email in 2021. I genuinely wish I had done that. And if they come up to my door or anything now, they can go fuck themselves. Actually. Oh my god. Your younger brother is being pretty scummy. Yeah. Though I'm not surprised, I'll say that much. Anyway.
Completely acknowledge that you have been completely failed by every adult in your life, and I know every single one, and I am more than sympathetic towards that.
Right. So how am I digging myself a hole? What the? What the fuck? What the fuck? If we're going by their logic, right? They created this monster, this failure of a human being that they are so against. If we're on about using their, like, if we're on about taking what they've said at face value, his words, right? Not mine. He said that he's sympathetic to the fact that I've been failed by every single fucking adult in my life. And then goes on to say that I've been digging myself a hole for years. So y'all created this person. Y'all created this person who's apparently been failed by... And I hold that opinion. I was failed by every single fucking adult in my fucking family. Let's just get that out of the way. But digging myself a hole for years? What the fuck do you expect in terms of how I react to situations? What the fuck do you expect? Y'all created this monster that y'all are so upset by. Y'all did that to yourselves. Y'all did that to yourselves. That's not on me. Hello? What the fuck? Disgusting. Actually disgusting. Anyway.
It failed, and I know that it fucking hurts. My own father was completely alright with making me homeless 6 months ago, or 7.
What, that's fine. That's fine. I'm sympathetic to that. But if we're to bring up shit, your dad was the same guy who left me with over 40 bruises at the age of 8 in the span of one morning. Left me with a black eye, purple ear, purple neck, nearly killed me. If we want to get into technicalities, let's just get into it. Since by your words I was failed by every single fucking adult in my life. Okay, sure. Like, let's just bring that. Let's just make that as an important thing to know. Hello? An 8-year-old had no business being left with over 40 bruises, a black eye, a purple ear, and a purple neck. Hello? Gross.
A while ago now. I'm just going to preface this by saying I don't know and I don't care any of the drama that led up to what happened.
Then why are you sat here making a video about it? Hello? Because this pertains, as far as I'm aware, unless there's something that's going to be brought up that I'm completely blindsided by. This video was made as a result of stuff that happened in 2024. And I need to preface that again by saying that me and Goget literally sat on stream and went, yeah, there was a lot of miscommunication in that situation. Let's just tell it how it is, baby. You don't care about drama at all. Yet you're perfectly fine making this video. Hypocrisy! A new Harry Potter spell. Available at Walmart. Anyway.
But all I know is the fallout of it has led to you basically excommunicating yourself, or he basically excommunicates you from your entire family, which is fine, what? Honestly.
Are you serious? Now it's being pinned on me. Girl, give me a sec. Give me a fucking sec. Girl. Excommunicated from the entire family on my own accord? Sorry. Who was the motherfucker in the family who sat there and told me that we were not on speaking terms? Hello? Who was the motherfucker that told me that? Hello? Just need to find the fucking screenshot. Hello? Oh, here we are. Here we are. Oh my god. This was the message, by the way, on June the 4th, 2022. This was the message that I received. We are no longer on speaking terms. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Who? Who was the one that said that? Oh yeah, my mother. And what did you say? Is it in this video? I will love myself if it's in this video. I will genuinely... To notice that the... Oh, no, we're not playing the audio of that video. We're not playing the audio of that video. We're not doing it. Well, sorry, but if we're bringing up the fact that apparently I sat here and excommunicated myself, who's the one who sat here and went, I want nothing to do with you? Who's the one who said that? Last year? June 4th, 2022? 24, sorry? Sorry, I saw November the 5th, 2022, and I've got the date muddled up there. Sorry. This happened on June the 4th, 2024. Sorry, who was the one who said this? Sorry, unless my eyes deceive me, and I censored your username out at that time. But no, it was you. I'm not the one who said I want nothing to do with you at that point. Hello? Hello? But yeah, I'm the one who wanted to be excommunicated by the family. Uh-huh. Yeah, sure. Anyway, I'm heading out. Let me know if there's anything you need me to handle. Okay, I'll message you on Discord if that's the case. Oh, speaking of which, because I know that he's probably watching. Hi, Marco, if you're watching. Because I know he loves me. Like, honestly, at this point, I think we can count him as my biggest fan. I think honestly we can. Anyways.
I keep my distance from family as well. I think it's a complete mess that I don't want any part of. I think certain members of the family are incredibly flawed people that I love so much, but I need to focus on my own life. But back to what my understanding of what happened was. From what I've seen from both sides, because you approached me when it was all kicking off and tried, you know, demonizing my brother, which was...
Well, no, what I said, the basis of what I said was, hey, just to let you know, me and her have fallen out. By the way, calling her our brother when she's a trans woman, as far as I understand... I'm sorry, I don't speak to the bitch, but... Ew. Ew. When me and her fell out, the basis of what I said, and Flederio can attest to this, fucking other people can attest to this, Flederio's the main one who can attest to this, because I remember directly telling her, hey, just to let you know, me and my sister have fallen out. Just the basis of what was said. Tried to keep it private, and then she went on Twitter and blasted me. It's not my fault. That's not my fault. But work.
You're allowed to be upset, but again, you're in your 20s. You've got to be able to compartmentalize and deal with shit like that. And I know they were insulting your partner, and I know that's hard. And I have a partner. And they've been insulted in some pretty creative ways by people I know, and it feels like shit, it feels horrible. And I completely admit, my little brother's friends were not being helpful, however, not in an opinionated way. My little brother's friends have been way more supportive of my little brother than you have ever been.
Oh. Oh, okay. I mean, we can look at the online history, and we can look at even now in this stream how I've gone, hey, that's fucking wrong of you to say here I misgender her, but work. We can literally, I don't even think I need to touch on that point. We can literally go through my channel. We can literally go through my channel and count the amount of times that I stuck up for her. Like, I don't even think I need to, like, put emphasis on that. Let's just move on.
Now, yeah, this isn't supposed to come across as some sort of, like, diss or something. It's just genuinely, I want my opinions on the matter publicised, because it's gross. I don't like what you're doing. I think it's horrible. I think it's reprehensible.
I think this camera quality is horrible, but who am I, right? Hi, that guy on YouTube, up to the stream. Sorry, I should not have said that. Work, girl. Bear in mind, this person is 19. They are past the age of 18. They will be treated like an adult. Hello? I think this camera quality is horrible, but who am I? Anyway.
So my understanding of the situation is there was some sort of argument around the use of racial slurs, and my little brother's friends and my little brother, or our little brother, kind of, for the purposes of comedy, took it the complete wrong direction.
Purposes of comedy? Oh, so they've just completely misunderstood the situation. Okay. This is what happens when you talk out of your ass. Alright. This is what happens when you talk out of your ass. Estúpido bastardo. Estúpido bastardo. Camera quality is 420p for real. Literally, and he talks too quietly. That's what I mean. I've turned it up to the maximum. I've turned it up to the maximum, y'all. I promise. I am at 0.0 dB on OBS on desktop audio. That's the thing that you're able to hear him from. Literally gone all the way down here. All the way maximum, right? Still sounds quiet. Still sounds quiet. Still sounds quiet. Can you fix your mic next time? We're struggling. Anyway.
You completely overreacted, and I know it was like they personally insulted your partner, but come on, there was months of shit leading up to it. You can't just blame it on a single argument.
I thought the person with the guitar was you. Oh no, you did not just pull that. No. No, I look ugly. No, I just got called ugly. I just got called ugly. Oh no. No offense, I just came in. That's fine, but oh no. Oh boy. I didn't hear the voice. Oh, diva. Oh, very bad timing. Very bad timing. Yeah, sorry. I have to mute my mic every now and again just because of the fact that sometimes it fails on me and then it goes, This thing is like, I bought it in 2018. So this thing's like 8 years old. This thing has lasted me. This thing has lasted me. It's a Blue Snowball microphone back from 2018. This thing has lasted me, y'all. This thing has lasted me. Can we give a round of applause for this fucking mic? Hello? I'm gonna have to buy a new one, though. Anyways.
I've never interacted with your partner, and your partner's probably going to watch this, and I have no bad blood with you in any way, shape or form. I don't know you. I can't say shit. But my little brother, all I know, came out of certain interactions feeling like they were being condescended, feeling like their opinion wasn't being valued, feeling like, which is how, you know...
Their opinion of what? Their opinion of what? If we're on about the situation where we ended up falling out, you mean the... Do I still have the video up? No, I have to load into it. Let's mute the tab. If we're really getting into it... Give it a sec. Boom, 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 boom. If we're really getting into it... Was this the opinion? What was this the opinion? This was after she called my partner a fag, by the way. And this was after she sat here and started going for my partner. Hello? Is this the opinion that she felt was condescended? Is this the one? She literally goes, Sano's a fag. No amount of telling me otherwise will make me like or even tolerate him. Don't even try. And I went, well, don't try it with my partner. I'm not asking for you to like him or tolerate him, sorry. But when he's done, but sitting here and coming for him when he's done nothing to you is gross. Sorry, I had an RTI moment. And they say, unfortunately, I will go for whoever I like for whatever reason I like. Whether or not you like it or not does not cross my mind. And I said at the end, well, unfortunately, then, I foresee a future where we don't speak, since you've come for my partner over nothing. Please take the time off the internet and come back to me when you apologize for the foolishness, blocking you now. Bear in mind, she had access to me through other platforms like Twitter, like WhatsApp. Is this the opinion that she felt was condescended? Is this the opinion? I would love to know which specific opinion. Please, please do let me know which opinion. I would love to know. In fact, actually, no, I've got more to say. No, I've got more to say. Let me just get it right in my mind. No amount of sitting here and trying to say that I made her opinion feel condescended will make this look okay. Like, I'm not done. I'm not done. It's probably this that they're on about. And I'm sorry. Where is the opinion? Where is the opinion that felt condescended? Was it because I blocked her? Rightfully so. Because no, I don't hold any regrets over blocking her. If we're to go to that level. I have no regrets over blocking her. The only reason I would give her a chance nowadays is because I've given everybody else who's grown up to be an adult a chance. And then after that chance, they can go fuck themselves. If we're really on about, like, if I'm correct and it's this, that is the opinion that felt condescended. Then I'm sorry, but you speak like an ass. Girl. But anyways. And yes, as I said at the beginning of this is gonna get heated. I might come off as slightly schizophrenic in this one. I'm so sorry. Anyways.
I don't want to bring it all back in 2019, I mean. That's how I felt when everything was kicking off. And of course, I was 13.
2019? I got kicked out of my mother's house in 2020. And you made a video sitting there. And in a Discord call, I wish I still had it recorded. I wish I still had it now. You literally sat there in 2020 and went, repent, in fucking voice call to me. Girl. And I'm the crazy one? Alright.
Not in the right. I will completely agree to that. But
Oh, he's on about another. He's on about another situation. See, when he said 2019, I was like, hold on, me getting kicked out was in 2020. But no, he's on about when I got back from this, from having a day out with this motherfucker and my sister. He's on about when I got back from there, my mother shouted at me. I was in my room and I went, I don't want to speak to you right now. Just in a polite way, I was like, I'm sorry, I just do not want to speak to you right now because I just been shouted at. She proceeded to rip the light out of the fucking ceiling. Right? And she proceeded to throw the... Because she... she gave me a cup to give to my grandma. As like a little, like, you know, thank you for taking me out. Threw it on the floor and smashed it. Next to my foot. Which at the time was already sprained. Psychopathic behavior. But yeah, I'm the one who's overreacting. Okay.
I came out of a lot of interactions with your online friends who were like 2 years older than me, feeling like my opinion wasn't valued, and to be fair, I wouldn't have valued my opinion either. I was.
Then what's the issue? Then what is the issue? What is the issue? If you would not have valued your own opinions. Sorry, now I'm getting heated. If you would not have valued your own opinions back then, looking back on them, what's the issue? What's the issue? Also, don't forget to like the stream. Sorry. Figured I'd slip that in there before I get too heated and I start whacking motherfuckers. But what was the issue? What's the issue there then? I don't get it. I don't get it.
13-year-old, but I don't know, it's just all was blown out of proportion, and you could have dealt with it so much in such a better way.
Yeah, it was blown out of proportion by y'all. Again, it was the ones who essentially, in your words, excommunicated me. You sat there and went, I want nothing to do with you. Y'all did that. In terms of my family members, y'all did that. That's not on me. Hello? Like, how stupid do you have to be? How stupid do you have to be? We're only... Vaffanculo. We are only 6 minutes into this. Feels like it's been 3 hours.
You could have just like not brought our mother into this, and apart from all that, you're allowed to have whatever opinion you...
So the issue is me bringing my mother up in a situation that related to when she blew up on me. So I'm allowed to bring her up. Because I was giving context of what happened on November the 5th, 2022. Hello? It's not my fault she acted like a garbage human being. It's not my fault. Sorry. It's not my fault that you're acting like a garbage human being right now. Hello? What the fuck? Like, I hope people understand where I'm coming from when I say all this shit, by the way. I really do. Anyways.
Want on that. At the end of the day, you decided to make an 89-page manifesto on my little brother, my mum. I think apparently I was mentioned in it, but I've only...
Well, no, that 89-page manifesto in quotes was me defending myself. And if you actually took the chance to look at it, do I still have it actually? Do I still have it? I need to go onto my Google Docs. Y'all, I need to go onto my Google Docs. Just a preface. As far as the online stuff, that's all done with in terms of like... I mean, again, me and GoGet came to the agreement on my last stream, which was a week ago, that, yeah, there was miscommunication. I'm fine with them. I'm fine with everybody who is online, right? I'm fine with them. What I'm not fine with is my family trying to sit here and say that my thing was a fucking manifesto on them specifically. Hello? It's not. We can literally go through this, actually. I've just pulled it up. We can literally go into it. Like, I'm not going to go through all of it. October 2023, the supposed racism incident. We've already talked about that with Goga. The stuff that happened, yeah, still October 2023. This is the point where I addressed her and the shit there. 2024 situations. I don't even think I need to show the rest of this. Manifesto on y'all? No, y'all took my sister's word at face value, and you can have her. You can have her. Y'all can have her.
I read through pages that are about my little brother, and they're disgusting. My little brother deals with horrific mental health issues, which...
Okay, so do I. What's the point?
Affect them in day-to-day life, even today.
Same here.
And they've taken a lot of strength to overcome it, and without divulging too much information, they are responsible for saving a human life. That's the kind of person our little brother is. And, you know, a 14-year-old shouldn't have to deal with that.
14? When we fell out, she was 16. Hello? Information wrong for starters.
And they've got a lot of growing pains and shit like that because of experiences in the past and horrible shit that has happened to them. The last thing that ever needs to happen to them is a trusted family member make a 89-page manifesto on them, publicising the fact that they tried killing themselves. And not only that, from what I saw in the...
Okay, that is... We've already had the stream last week. But again, that whole situation was admitted to be a bunch of miscommunication in terms of what was alleged of me in 2024. Hello? You're just speaking out of your ass, and you know it. Like, if we're to talk about mental health issues, how many times have I tried to jump off the nearest bridge? How many times have I sat on this platform? Y'all who are in chat, y'all can be honest with me. I can accept it. How many times on this platform have I had schizophrenic episodes? Pretty much. How many times have I broken down publicly? Like, you're not gonna use the mental health on me. Let's cut that bullshit right here. We all have mental health, right? Each and every single person's mental health is different. I acknowledge that, right? And that is in no way taking away from her experiences or yours. But using it against me, trying to say that, and by the way, my manifesto, only about 5 of those pages directly related to the claim that was made on her. And if we really want to get into it, actually, because I'm not dumb. If we really want to get into it, where's Google Docs? If we really want to get into it, I think your better case here would have been, if I could just load it up, I think your better case would have actually been this one right here. The 29-page one, specifically on the claim that was made against me in 2024. Hello? Like, are you... Girl. Also, I will reiterate this. The boys are weak-ass motherfuckers who will not survive the winter. Queen Jaya Faye for life. Long live the Potaxis and Flop Tropicans. Girl. And even then, you can see there was an update to this. Hello? Girl.
Fucking manifesto itself. Kind of being told that they were faking it. Or kind of heavily being implied that it was...
I was about to say, where the fuck did I say they were faking it? Where the fuck did I say they were faking it? I would love to see where apparently I said that they were faking their suicidal episode. I would love to see this. That is a heavy claim.
Fake. Or at least, you know, trying to downplay it is more the point I was trying to get to.
Why could you not have used this microphone? Why could he have not used that microphone? Hello, we would have been able to understand you much better. Come on.
And I'm willing to put screenshots up here. Right, this is the nitty gritty, like the part that, you know, is, you know, compelled me.
Note at the top, I said, so I need to clarify something before we move on to the actual events of 2024. So this was just a little section that clarified things. Hello?
Me to, you know, hold the stance that I hold when it comes to this. The moment I saw this and the moment I saw it, I don't care how much you feel you can explain it away. That is just not the way that you fucking act when you're...
Explain it away? Explain it away? Hello? Explain it away? Where was I explaining things away? Actual cunt. Where the fuck was I explaining things away? Can someone tell me in chat where I explained things away? I'm so lost.
Sibling tries to kill themselves. I refuse to censor myself. That is the fact of the matter. That is the morning after my little brother tried taking a fuck ton of pills to kill himself. While I was...
Bear in mind the time difference, it would have actually been the very early morning of November the 6th for me when that message was sent. By the way, very early morning after our mother had gone for us, may I remind you. And also went after you. Can I just bring that up? Like, these screenshots now, irrelevant. Because again, on stream as of last week, me and this person, Go-Get, literally sat and went, yeah, last year was a bunch of miscommunication issues. It's literally the extent of what last year was, in terms of the online stuff. Hello?
In the other room, and I was not made aware of this until months later. In fact, I was not made aware of this until all of this came out, that my little brother tried to fucking kill himself. And to be treated with this amount of fucking callousness is disgusting, no matter what way you look at it. I don't care how much you feel you can explain it away.
Explain it away.
I am ashamed of myself that I wasn't told.
Well, you're the one who said it. I'm not the one who said it. Chris Chan response. Fucking Chris Chan video. Fucking hell.
Told sooner that this was a thing that happened. Like, especially since I was living with my little brother at the time. It's a horrible, horrible stance to fucking hold. And, you know, there's another point that is made in the document where, you know, our mum said something like on the lines of, oh, when you remember I exist, blah, 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 which I completely agree, completely petty, complete bullshit fucking thing to say to your children.
Oh, so Mum, if you're watching this, yeah, cut him off next. Since you cut me off for that statement in my doc. Because that was in the screenshot, right? That was sent in WhatsApp, I believe. Cut him off next, yeah? If you're gonna hold me to such absurdly high standards, cut him off next, yeah? He's bringing your name into it, Mum. What you gonna do? Fucking douchebag.
However, you can't be criticising our mother for saying it and then doing the same thing to something that's more serious. Our mother was trying...
Doing the same thing?! What? Did I suddenly say to fucking... whatchamacallit? Did I suddenly say to Lana, see you when you remember I exist? Did I suddenly say this now? Is this something that I've apparently said in 2022? I can't take this video seriously. At this point, I was going into it super like, oh my god, what are they gonna say? I'm gonna fucking blow a casket. Now most of it for me is like, what the fuck? I'm sorry. But this is so... You didn't even need to... Baby, this was a choice. This was a choice. And before you come to me saying that I shouldn't have reacted to it, it's online. I'm allowed to react to it. Girl. I'm just gonna say this right now, but I know she won't sit here and do it. With what he's trying to sit here and say. Apparently, and in my doc, I did bring her up in my Google Doc as just to clarify, because it was about the November 5th situation in 2022, which revolved around her having a go at me and these two. My sister and this motherfucker who made this video. I'm sorry, but like... This is the room of the speaker, and I will use my voice. Like, hello? And I didn't even come out about the November 5th, 2022 stuff until last year in terms of my mother. And what happened between me and my family members on that night and day. Because it was afternoon, evening. I shouldn't even have this back in my mind, but when that claim was lodged against me, I brought it back up to show the context of everything. Like, hello? Sorry that I was defending myself.
To make some sort of like joke, even though it was like a fucked up thing to say, and she seemed pretty serious. This is so much worse. This is so much worse. And I do want to acknowledge that my little brother, in certain circles, does go by a different name.
In some circles? No, baby, they're a trans woman. As far as I'm aware. You're sat here misgendering her. You're not in the presence of anybody who could take it out of context, who could have a go at you. She's a trans woman who, as far as I'm aware, goes by she, her pronouns. Stop misgendering her. This is the part that's pissing me off about this video. It's the fact that he's going, oh, our brother, when it's our sister. And before any of you motherfuckers, can I just say, she came to me in the family first, as far as I'm aware. And you say that I haven't been supportive? Each and every single time someone has misgendered my sister, I have sat there and gone, no, that's a trans woman, she, her pronouns. Woman. And you want to say I haven't been supportive? Girl. I may not like the bitch, but you're not gonna disrespect her pronouns like that. You're not gonna misgender her like that. Oh my god, we're only 9 minutes and 33 seconds into this. Oh. I am going to I can't make that joke. I am going to scream at a wall. I can't take much more of this. Fucking hell. Right, let's continue.
Go by, you know, a female name. However, in day-to-day life, and I'm a person that they trust a lot, they don't care if I refer to them as a male, because they're kind of on the fence on how they feel about it.
Okay, great. I don't care if they don't care. I'm still gonna correct you.
I'm not transgender in any way, shape, or form. I am a straight white male, so I'm, you know, inherently. You know,
Tribute Maker, this is not Rainbow Thunder Infinite. This is my little brother. As in, actual, in real life brother who sat here in the year of our Lord 2025, felt like they had to make a video to make their opinion known about things that happened in 2024. They felt this way.
Educated when it comes to stuff like that, purely because I haven't had to live through it. So me referring to my little brother as a he or as a brother is not an attack on their identity in any way, shape, or form.
Okay, great. Still gonna correct you on it.
That would be brought up. I just felt like out of respect I needed to mention that. But honestly, I think the way that you have approached this entire situation is fucked, especially for someone who is fucking 24. I think, sorry, I'm really bad with dates and shit like that.
We can tell.
But yeah, no, it's, again, whatever drama, I hate using that word. This isn't fucking 2019 fucking gay YouTube. This isn't fucking Jeffree Star fucking, oh, James Charles touched me. This isn't
that. That's where he met that. Because underneath this video, I was so confused about that. Underneath this video, you have people mentioned, two people, Jeffree Star, James Charles. They're somehow involved in every drama. They're somehow involved in every drama. Hate the pair of them. Oh my god. And yes, in case it's brought up in this video, yes, until 2019, just because Jeffree Star and James Charles were my introduction to the world of makeup and beauty on YouTube, I was a fan of them for a hot minute. Until they did their shit. And then I wasn't a fan. Right? Putting that out there. My goodness me of jasmine tea.
And I'm not going to treat it like that, which is how objectively you treat everything, like it's YouTube drama. You make videos formatted the exact same fucking way that YouTubers like Repsion format their YouTube videos.
Oh, okay. Okay. Apparently, y'all, apparently I treat every single situation like some drama. Me breaking down in 2022 at a man who is 10 years older than a teenage girl, using her channel to perpetuate drama about me and them, sitting here and essentially softcore grooming them. When Black Shadow sitting here and ERPing with a 13-year-old in 2020. Dark Hero Brian putting the blunt end of his kitchen knife up to his throat and threatening to kill himself if people didn't send me a virus. Seen Kim and whatever the fuck he's got going on. RTI and whatever the fuck he's got going on. Yeah, I treat everything like drama, right? And fucking
Turkey Tom or whatever. And I just think it's embarrassing. You've caught yourself in this echo chamber. You've got a lot of people who don't know fuck all about the situation, telling you that you're strong and you're this and you're that. You are a very strong individual. Like, you have had to go through shit completely blind without anyone guiding you. Again, I will completely...
Y'all, I'm leaving my room. Y'all, I'm going. See y'all later. I'm out. Are you kidding me? This has to be some kind of elaborate joke. This has to be some elaborate fucking joke. What the fuck do you mean to tell me that I have dug myself in a hole, that the way I've dealt with things is objectively bad, and then you're sat here saying that I've gone through everything completely blind with no guidance, without any help or support? And you wonder why I react like I do. Hello? Why do I pause on cursed faces? That's not a me issue, that's a them issue for looking so bad. That ain't a me issue. Sorry. Like, I'm so sorry. Can I be so for real for a second? Everything that I have right now, everything in this place that I live in right now, everything online that I have right now, if we're to get into like the nitty gritty of stuff, everything that I have had, I have worked for. That I have busted my ass for. I have put myself in situations that no motherfucker should have to put themselves in terms of the online being stalked by people who want me dead, right? If we're to really get into the nitty gritty, everything that I have built here, that I have done here, I have built from the ground up. In terms of my channel, in terms of my life. And let's just make it known. Let's just make it known that whenever you motherfuckers in my IRL family start getting involved in my life in any way, shape, or form, let it be known that my life starts going downhill after that point. And that is why I'll be telling each and every single one of you, if you dare try to approach me, to go fuck yourself. I will not be sitting here and having conversations with you. I will not be y'all ruined this for yourselves. Y'all ruined this for yourselves. Okay, let's not call him Adolf Hitler, please. Let's not call him that. Let's not call him that. The difference between this motherfucker and Hitler is Hitler killed 6 million plus people. This motherfucker's just spouting shit opinions. Let's get that out of the way. But genuinely, this video has so many contradictory... Y'all, I'm sorry, but that walk out of my... I quite literally walked out of my room and I went... I whispered to myself, because there are people who are probably asleep in this house. I went, oh my god. I literally did that, and then I came back in and I was like, oh my lord, and then that just happened. But you cannot sit here and tell me that the way I handle situations is bad. If you're admitting that I had no guidance, that I was thrown into everything blindly, that I've been treated like shit and failed by every single adult in my family, you cannot physically say that while sat here saying these other three things. I'm sorry, that to me just directly defeats itself. That claim that he made that I deal with shit so badly directly defeats itself with those three comments that he made throughout this. Hold on. See, and I'm gonna be petty here. If you were a grown adult, because you're now 19, right? If you were a grown adult, you wouldn't be sat here making this video. If you were truly more of an adult than me, because that's the thing that y'all used to throw at me. Act like an adult. Don't act so childish. Why are you bringing up past shit that has nothing to do with present day? Y'all would try and sweep shit under the rug. Alright? So if you want to sit here and say that I'm the bad one, don't act like me. Alright? Don't act like me. Because these are fighting words. At the end of the day, each and every single adult in my life, as you admitted, has failed me. And in my opinion, these are my words, they can go fuck themselves. Each and every single adult in my life can go fuck themselves. Alright? I want nothing to do with the adults. At this point, including you. You cannot say one thing and then admit these other three things. If you're gonna sit here and make a claim about me, at least sit here and don't make a point that directly defeats your other extremely bad claim about me. Ah, Christ. Is there anyone in your family who you have a good connection with who stayed by your side? What to think, actually. My cousin on my dad's side of the family, but that's because I literally, from the age of 11 in 2012, all the way up until 2017, at age 16, they were more of... I'm just going to say this right now. Right? They are probably the closest family member I have, and even then, I don't speak to them for months at a time just because we got our own shit going on. They've got kids to raise. They've got places to be. We just don't speak that much, and that's fine. She's got her own life, I've got my own life. She's like the only one I have a good connection with, I think. I say I think. At least you have someone who cares for you and loves you and all that matters. Yeah, I mean, if there's anyone in my family who I do consider to be a family member, it would be her. But I'm just letting it be known that the way pretty much everyone else has treated me like shit in my family and then goes, oh, why are you acting like this? You're not being an adult, this, that, and the other. You're being so immature. While sitting here, there was an incident, and this might fuck some of you off, actually, I just realized, so I am going to say it. In Christmas of 2022, when I went over to my mother's, and my sister was asleep in the front room. Me, this motherfucker, and my mother, yes, this motherfucker on the screen right now, and my mother were in the kitchen on Christmas Day. I was smiling, I was, having a giggle kiki, and then they got onto past situations. And all of a sudden, I remember, because they were bringing up such traumatizing things on Christmas. On Christmas. They were bringing up such traumatizing things on Christmas that my face went from yay to oh my god, I'm going to break down. And I did break down. And my mother was sat here saying, you have nothing to apologize for. You have been such a big grown adult. And I'm not crying, by the way. I'm just mimicking how she was speaking to me. You've been such a big adult. We've all failed you. We're so sorry. Like, how dare y'all sit here with this motherfucker especially? How dare you sit here and say that I've dug myself in a hole for years when y'all have acted like that? Traumatizing things should never be discussed on things like on days like Christmas. Never. Never. I should not have broken down on Christmas, for starters. Hello? Like, none of it needed to happen on Christmas. That's all I'm gonna say. But yeah, I'm the one who's bad, right? Yeah. Uh-huh. Oh my god.
Completely acknowledge that our mother completely failed you.
So
However,
what's the issue? I'm going to jump off the nearest bridge. Oh my god. Oh my goodness me of jollof rice. My goodness me of jollof rice. Ah. So essentially what we can boil this video down to is, once again, I'm the victim of something that these people have done. Through his own words, my own motherfucking failure. But at the same time, they're trying to paint me out to be this evil person. Okay. Objectively bad. Even though at the beginning he says he's not going to demonize me. Apparently the way that I handled 2024 was objectively bad. I was disgusting for this, that, and the other, for situations that he can't even recall correctly because he wasn't fucking there. He couldn't even take the time to look at the Google document that he's trying to say is a manifesto. He couldn't even fucking do that. You can go fuck yourself. And yes, since you want to be public now, since you want to show your face, Harley, I'll say your real name. I'll use it, Harley. How about that, bitch? How about that? How about that? And before you sit here and say as well that I'm now doxing you or something, your Twitter is public. Your Twitter is public. Your Twitter is literally public. And it has your first and last name. The fuck? Like, you put it out there. That's not on me. But Harley, look at what you're saying right now. It's stupid. It's so stupid. Girl, we are an hour and a half into this. Oh, I'm gonna fucking, oh. I want death. Anyway.
In the specific situation in 2019, which, again, I hate dredging up the way that you reacted to it and the shit that you did.
So just don't.
Honestly, just made it worse. Like, made it...
What? So in 2019 or 2020, whatever one he wants to fucking use, my mother sitting here and smashing a cup by my foot that was already sprained, ripping out my light bulb in reaction to me sitting here and going, look, you just shouted at me downstairs. I don't want to speak to you right now. We can speak later. Trying to protect my little private space. By the way, that old room, you could only just barely fit a single bed in. Just barely. Let's just tell it how it is. Let's just tell it how it is. It was less than a box. Alright? It was less than a box. You could just barely fit a regular single bed in there. Just barely. And that was the little space I had to protect my peace in that goddamn house. Where once again, the adults were sitting here screaming at each other, fighting each other. With me in the house, who was at the time a minor, and I believe a less than 2-year-old child was in the house at that point. If we really want to go on about how I handled shit, yeah, no fucking shit, I decided to eventually pop off on all of y'all. Christ, if you consider me doing anything that popping off or being angry with y'all, I have every right to be angry with you. I have every right to be furious with y'all. I have every right to be livid with y'all. With the way throughout my entire life I have been treated like shit by y'all. I have every right to be fucking pissed off with y'all. To be absolutely... to wish death upon you, essentially. I have every right to do that, but I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. I have every right to sit here. I bet you were happy when you finally walked out that door. God. When my mother threw that cup next to my sprained foot, I told her, I'm not cleaning that up. You clean it up. If that's the reaction, because I shouldn't have to clean up her mess if she's thrown it on my floor, if she's the one who threw and smashed that cup. She's lucky I didn't come out about that in 2020 properly. But while she was sat here calling her partner, I walked out of the house. I just walked out of the house. I hobbled downstairs and I just went, I can't anymore. And I hate myself for returning there. And the situation in 2020 happened. And the times that I did try to leave, where they were sat here saying, in terms of my stepdad at the time and my mother, if you don't like it, then leave. When I did try and leave, they would hide my keys from me whilst I was out in other places preparing to leave. They would hide my keys. They would keep me locked in the house, where I would break down because I just wanted to get out. Like, I'm sorry. Garbage behavior. Garbage take from you. Garbage behavior. I wish you had better parents that would love and care for you. No. Parents are overrated. They can go fuck themselves. Honestly, throughout my entire life, and I'm going to say it right now because I know this will be passed to the bitch. Mom, I've been a better mother to myself in one day than you have. Oh, sorry. In 1 minute than you have throughout your entire shared existence with me. Right? How dare you? How dare you? You can sit, you can cry, you can have all the fits you want in the world. Because yes, if my actions are going to be relegated to shouting and screaming, overreactions, taking things out of proportion, let's take your shit out of proportion. Let's take... Tribute maker, I'm on about my mother, not you. Tribute maker, I'm on about my mother, I'm not on about you. But Mom, since my shit's always relegated to taking things out of proportion, let's take your shit out of proportion. Whatever fits you want to throw at me, by your direct words, and by his direct words on the screen, that's on y'all. Any way that I have acted, you know, you created this bad person that you're so disappointed by with your own actions in trying to raise me. You're surprised I didn't punch her? It's just not worth it. It's just not worth it. It's just not worth it. And to be fair, when she and my stepdad are fighting and literally punching each other up outside my bedroom each and every single fucking morning is what it felt like, I'm not going to try and initiate a punch. And number two, it's not even worth it. I'm sorry, but you don't get to play this card with me. You in terms of my mother and my stud, they don't get to play this card with me. They are shit human beings. And I have no problem saying it. I was trying to, because I, again, felt like I had to redeem myself. And in his words, this motherfucker's words, yeah, apparently I'd been digging myself a hole for years. So they were trying to get stuff on me. I felt like for years, when I got back in contact with my mother from the end of 2021, I felt like for years, and people can attest, when I finally said, nah, fuck all of you in 2024, that I spoke to in DMs, I felt like I had to redeem myself. As someone who was kicked out at age 18, I felt like I had to redeem myself to these people. That is so sad. And not in like the oh boo-hoo kind of thing. That's just so sad. That I trapped myself in, in that mentality. That is so sad. That is so sad. That is so sad that I let these people who had hurt me before hurt me again. That is just so sad. That is so sad. That is just so sad. That is just so sad. And if I bump into this motherfucker specifically on my screen, and he sits here and goes, "Can I have a moment of your time?" He's getting the middle finger, and he's being told to fuck himself. I don't care how many people it's around. This motherfucker can go fuck himself. Same with everyone else in my family, apart from maybe my sister. And I say maybe, because again, when we fell out, she was 16. Right? Like, hello? And bear in mind, I was 22 at the time as well. Saying that I'm a 24-year-old now. Maybe. Wait then. If he's saying that I'm 24 now, then this would have been after the Aldi incident. Oh. Okay. It's definitely in 2025. I just pieced that together. We're only 12 minutes into this.
Made it so much harder to trust you after it. It could have blown over, and you were allowed to be upset. What you weren't allowed to do, well, you were allowed to do, but what we're allowed to be upset about is how you called the police, told them that my mum is a cannabis user.
Sorry, what was...
What we're allowed to be upset about is how you called the police, told them that my mum is...
Give me a sec.
Cannabis user.
As am I. Okay, so where's the lie if I did call the police? Which bear in mind, I did not call the police. Hello? But if I did call the police, I'm allowed to have every right. As he admits. I don't even have to say anything. He trips himself up. A bunch of cunts. If I did call the police, I would have had every right to do so. Girl. And let me just say, for the record, if I were to call the police on my mother back then, if it was me who had done that, because no, it was actually my auntie who misconstrued what I had said to her on Messenger, saying that I felt like I was trapped. On the day I got kicked out, she rang the police to try and get me out of there because she misconstrued, thinking that I was actually trapped. My mother knows this. Right? If I did call the police myself, and bear in mind, there were a few times after her and her partner had fights where I had to be a witness. I had to be a witness to the fact that my mom and her partner were beating the shit out of each other in front of me and my less than 2-year-old sibling at the time. Tie your tubes, woman. First of all. Second of all, stop hanging around with garbage people. Like, I just want to say this as a serious thing. I am so sorry about what my dad did to you. You should not have had to have carried me for 9 months. At age 15, whilst my father was 23. And I hate my father. Let me make that abundantly clear. He's a nonce. I hate him. I absolutely despise the man. I hope he dies. Truly. One of the only people I hope perishes. But you don't get to sit here and take that trauma out on me at fucking 3 to 8 years old and then all the way up until literally today. You don't get to do that. You do not get to do that. And once again, I am so sorry that you went through that. I am so sorry. I am so sorry that these older men took advantage of you, mother. I am truly so sorry. We've had lengthy discussions about this. You were the victim to these men. But I was a victim of you and your trauma outlet. As a child. As a child. And I'm so sorry. But you should never take your trauma out on your children. Never. Never. One thing can be right and another thing can be right. What you went through, no human being should ever have to go through. But what I went through from you and those men that you were hanging around with, I should never have had to have gone through. As young as 3-year-old. As young as 3 years. I should never have had to have gone through that. Never. If I could go back in time to undo her having to raise me, if I had the option to go back in time and abort myself to save her trauma, I would have. But there's nothing that I can do to change the past, I'm afraid. There's nothing I can do. And again, I acknowledge you were a traumatized person. I am so sorry that you went through everything that you had to go through. But at the same time, you had no reason, no excuse to take everything out on me and by extension your other children. Ever! You wonder why I react the way I do. Take a look at what you've said yourself. You've admitted to me personally that you failed me as a parent. You created this person who's apparently so bad at dealing with situations, who keeps on bringing up drama. You created this person that you hate. That you hate what they do. You created this person. In terms of their upbringing. You created this person. And y'all, I'm so sorry, but we are only a quarter into this. I want to die. Hand me here a Brian's blunt ended knife. I want to. Sorry. At this point, I'm getting to the point where I'm just laughing. I'm like, it's 5 a.m. I woke up at 3 a.m. We've gone through this, like, we've not even got to the halfway point.
Tried getting our little brother taken away from her.
When did I do that? Just to preface, if I did try and do that, I would have had every right to. Because you should not be sat here having literal fucking fist fights in the hallway where a less than 2-year-old child was. If I'm to be so for real, if I did call the police, I would have had every right to. Every right to. It's not my fault you're a shit human being.
Among other things, like, you could have honestly just not done that, really. Nobody made you fucking do that. Your hand was not forced in any way, shape or form. I completely realised, of course you were living with our, I hate to say stepdad,
oh Christ, sorry,
at the time, and that guy is a absolute piece of shit. Honestly, one of the worst people I know, and he, of course, definitely, put pressure on you, and I'm not...
So again, how is the... I'm so done. I'm going back to bed, y'all. I'm just take me to the dream realm. How is any of this my fault? I'm so serious. How is any of this my fault? Oh my god. Oh my god. How is any of this my fault then? This is a sincere question for the motherfucker who made this video. How is it my fault then? How is it my fault then? That people twice my age were acting like buffoons, and in turn, I reacted the way I did. If we're to go off your words, and if I did, if we're to go off your words and believe that I called the police, what was so bad about that? If I was supposedly calling social, because I assume that he meant social services. If I was calling social services to try and get my little brother out of that situation, what was so bad about the fact of wanting, if I did, which for the record, no, I did not. If I sat here and called social services, what part of that would have been wrong? What part of that would have been wrong? To get a child out of a situation where where his parents were sat here having fist fights outside his door every 5 fucking seconds, pretty much. And having screaming matches. What part of that would have been unjustified? What part of that? Bear in mind, since you want to sit here and say that my little sister is a child, at the time, I was a child as well. I was under the age of 18, having to witness all of that. What part, if I did do that, which again, for the record, I did not call social services, I did not call the police, that was not of my doing, right? What part of that would have been unjustified? Chat, I need you to tell me what part of that would have been unjustified. Which part of that would have been unjustified if I had done that? I'm so serious. I need someone to point this out to me. What part? Oh, and can we just bring up the fact as well that if it weren't for me falling out with my aunt, who a year later died, right, of their own illnesses, right, which is extremely tragic, but I cut contact with my aunt after I had an argument with her. If I did not have that argument with her, you, and by extension my sister, would never have been allowed around my mother's in the first place. Never. You want to go into that? We can go into deep cuts, motherfucker. We can go into deep cuts. We can go into deep cuts. We can go into deep cuts. And rest in peace to my aunt. Rest in peace to my aunt. I wish I had never sat here and gotten myself involved in that situation, specifically between my mother and my grandparents. Never. But I found it wrong that this motherfucker and my sister were going over to my aunt's for Christmas, but weren't coming over to my mother's for Christmas. And I found it sick and unfair that they weren't allowed around my mother and her house in terms of going around to her house. But they were allowed to go over to my aunt. I'm so sorry, but you don't get to sit here and say that any part of if I did call the police, you don't get to sit here and say that any part of me hypothetically doing that would have been unjustified. Absolute cunt behavior. And not in the yes, cunty sister, actual cunt behavior. Actual see you next Tuesday behavior. And before any of you Americans come for me, I use cunt with liberty. I use the word cunt generously in my day-to-day life. In the British culture, that word is not nearly as bad as y'all Americans make it out to be. Just saying. Oh, my throat. I've spoken for so long. I've spoken for so long. I had to lubricate my throat with my energy drink. Who you call an American? Any of the Americans that have a problem with me saying the word cunt. Any of the Americans who have a problem with me saying the word cunt. Christ. God, I've spoken for so long, my voice is starting to go. And we're not even halfway through this. But again, what part, if what he said, like if we're to take his word at face value, what part of what I would have hypothetically have done, according to him, would have been unjustified? Genuinely. Even though I'm American, but I use the word cunt too. I know, but your country, United, fucking, is it Reinos Unidos? I think. No? No, that's the United Kingdom. Ooh. The Spanish is failing me. Mia, your country hates the word cunt for some reason, and I'm sat here like, I'm just calling someone God's vagina. Or Earth's vagina. I find it hilarious. But at the end of the day, if what we're hearing from him turns out to be the truth in any way, shape, or form, what part of me sitting here and calling the police to get, like, if I did do that, because again, I did not do that. If I did do that, what part of me ringing the police, ringing social services to get a child out of a situation where their parents were shouting, screaming, and having fist fights outside their door was unjustified and wrong? What part? What part? Quickly, because I'm confused. I'm confused. I'm so sorry you had to deal with your family back then. And honestly, I just want to make this abundantly clear for the people in my chat and the people who are watching this, apart from my family members, right? To the people who are just online viewers, none of this should have to ever be spoken about. Right? None of this. I chose to sit here and give the basics on what happened between me and my family in like 2020. Right? The very basics. There's a lot of stuff I have not spoken. I could write a whole memoir. Imagine the memoir called Blowing Things Out of Proportion. Would y'all buy that? Would y'all buy my memoir? What if they're watching my stream? Oh, you mean my family members? Mom, Harley, Lana, fuck yourselves. All of you. Perish. The one time I will say that word. I absolutely despise each and every single one of you. And again, the only one that I would give a chance in modern day now would be my sister. But that's because she was a child during the time we fell out. It's the only one I might give grace to. The rest of you can go fuck yourselves. Absolutely and utterly. You created this person that you hate the actions of by acting like you did. How dare you sit here and on one breath, in one hand, in your left hand, sit here and say, oh yeah, we failed you. In terms of the adults in my family, sitting here and saying, oh yeah, we failed you. This motherfucker admitting that the adults in my family failed me. And then turning around and going, oh, but you're blowing things out of proportion. You're doing this, you're doing that. How dare you? When I was kicked out of Mum's house in 2020, I was 18 years and 4 months, right? How dare you sit here and go after an 18-year-old who was sat here still figuring the world out? How dare you? How dare you? How dare you make that person, that who I would still consider to be basically a child turning into an adult, because 18 to 21 is that weird fucky-wucky period where you're an adult but you're not an adult. How dare you? Just how dare you? I don't even think I need to emphasize past that point. How dare you? Just how dare you? And I can already hear the, oh my god, she's coming for me again. In terms of my mother. Yeah, I'll sit here and talk about what you did to me. I'll do it. I don't care. I'll talk about the abuse that I went through. Sure. Every victim is allowed their voice in terms of abuse. I'm using my voice. In the words of Luke from Has Been Hotel, this is the room of the speaker and I will use my voice. We're gonna put a playful spin on this. This is the room of the speaker and I will use my goddamn voice. You do not get to sit here and come for me when you admit that you failed me throughout my entire life. You created this person that you were so upset with. And I don't want to see any emails from you sitting here and trying to go, oh, I hope you're happy. My life's ruined now. Like you did in 2021. I don't want to sit here and have this motherfucker on screen. Don't liken me to Vox. No. I rebuke it. I am the speaker of God. I am the speaker of God when she's angry. Alright? We don't know if she's ever gotten angry in the series yet, but if she gets angry, I am her. I am the speaker of God, sorry. But I don't want to even see people trying to reach out to me to apologize past the people who were online, because the stuff that we're talking about right now has nothing to do with people like GoGet, like Galactic, and yes, I'm going to bring up names just because the online stuff happened last year and I'm sure they won't mind me bringing up their names, but like GoGet, Galactic, Bacon, Galactic, and GoGet, we've all sat here and just 2024 was a mess. Essentially. Like, this has nothing to do with them because they're not my family members. They're not the ones who have a real life influence on my life at the time. Or they, like, in terms of 2024, they didn't have that influence on my, and they still don't. But like at the time, they're not the ones who I knew IRL. The people I knew IRL was this motherfucker on screen, was my mother, was my sister, and other people in my family. And this is the rim of the speaker, and I will use my voice. What's wrong with Vox? Well, for starters, what's not wrong with him? For starters, he is friends with Valentino, who is essentially a hardcore abuser. There's that. He wants to take over hell. He's trying to ruin Charlie Morningstar's life. Hello? He's somebody who ran a cult. I rebuke that claim. The only thing I run is a mafia. The Pussy Mafia in Flop Tropica. But no, for real. I don't want to see any emails, any text messages, any posts atting me on Twitter or Facebook if they somehow find my new Facebook. If they find my Instagram. If they add me on Discord again under new accounts. Stay away from me. Stay away from me. Truly stay away from me. I do not desire a connection with any of you after the shit I've been through. I don't desire a connection. Stay the hell away from me. But anyways.
Blaming you per se for the way you acted, I just think that honestly, it was objectively the worst way you could have dealt with that specific situation.
Y'all, I think I'm gonna have to walk out my room again because what the fuck? You're not blaming me for the way that I acted, but it was bad. Huh? Huh? What? Oh.
Again, shit you had to deal with at that point in time. Not your fault.
So what was...
Again, it's your actions that are the problem here.
What actions? What actions? What actions? Please tell me. The action of me going, oh, I don't want to speak to you because you just shouted at me downstairs in a very actually kind of polite way. To which the response was ripping out my bedroom light and smashing a cup next to my already sprained foot. Is that the action? Is me sitting here and telling my sister, oh, you can, like, I'll block you and you can come to me when you apologize for the way that you acted? Is that the bad reaction? Is me sitting here on WhatsApp after my mother said, see you all when you remember I exist, with me sitting here and going, okay, so I've just looked through the chat in the nicest way possible, and I didn't say this, but I basically went, you're full of shit for saying that because we never agreed to whatever you said that we had agreed to. We went through the chats. That's not on me. That's not on me. Like, in the nicest way possible. Go fuck yourself.
That was a decision purely made out of either frustration or just impulsive emotion, which again, you're allowed to be. I know more.
Oh my god. Do we even have to go through all of this video? Do we even have to go through it? Do we have to go through all of it? Pass me the notepad. Thank you, producer. What's the... Page 97? Oh, sorry, page 69, sorry. Yeah, we do have to react to all of it. God damn it. Thank you, producer. I'll give you a raise, don't worry, in the Pussy Mafia. Thank you, producer. Love you too.
And everyone in this family is, prone to bouts of extreme emotion in one way or another. Doesn't make it acceptable in Mum's way. Does not make it acceptable for either of our dads. Does not make it acceptable for me. Doesn't make it acceptable for you. And same with my little brother. My little brother, most definitely, and I have had nothing to do with this at all. Definitely prone to bouts of anger and extreme sadness and depression or whatever, which leads to them saying, bad things. But who do you think can do more harm? A 15-year-old who is deeply suicidal.
16-year-old, clock that, see, thank you very much. Bear in mind, it's also suicidal. What's your point?
Or a 24-year-old.
The difference between me and that person is that they came to people in the end. I kept all my shit to myself because I knew exactly how I'd be treated. I'm sorry. I do not trust with an ounce of my soul that my family would have sat there and gone, you know what, it's like, we understand this, that, and the other. I don't trust that at all. That would have been used against me. I kept all my shit to myself. And yeah, maybe that's on me. But I'm not about to tell people who will later use it against me. I won't do that. But by all means, yeah, I'm the one who reacted badly. Yeah.
Actively looked up to. Because at that point in time, not being funny with you, you were someone that our little brother looked up to, and you kind of just...
Oh, go fuck yourself with this. Oh my god, they looked up to you. Who gives a flying fuck if they looked up to me or not? Who gives a fuck? Now it's the, their idol has come for them narrative. I fucking can. This is so ridiculous. So ridiculous on their part. I'm so sorry, but now it's, your sister idolized you and you decided to, and it's like, no. What the fuck?
Destroyed that trust. There's no other way to put it. Through your actions, through your attitude.
Who gives a flying fuck how I acted? When y'all are sat here admitting that as adults, right, y'all failed me. Who gives a fuck? I've admitted I could have sat here and not overreacted to when my sister sat here and popped the fuck off on me on Twitter. Still doesn't make what she did right. Right? And I'm allowed to speak if a situation goes public like that. I'm allowed to speak. Who gives a fuck? Who gives a flying fuck? I could not care if the person down the street looks up to me. Everybody who knows me knows that no matter who you are, I'm going to voice my opinion. I'm going to voice what I think. And I'm going to come to you if you're doing stuff I don't agree with. And that is exactly what I did with her. She started attacking my partner. I told her to cut it out. And in her words, she said that she will go for whoever she likes for whatever she likes. So I went, okay, you're getting blocked until you apologize. I hold the same standards for everyone. I'm not about to play favorites. Especially to the likes of you, Harley. Not on my dead body am I about to play favorites. Not on my dead body in my fucking 6-foot grave. I will never play favorites. Hello? And I can... Who wants to bet they'll start bringing up the people in 2020 who had my back online? The difference between the online people and the offline people is the online people actually heard my fucking shit out. And one of them, and yeah, this is going to piss my IRL mother off, one of them, even though we've never met in person, one of them, Flutterio, and Ben Maza, have been a better mother and father duo than my actual IRL mother and my actual IRL dad have ever been. Because yes, it's very widely known that they are basically parental figures to me online. They have done more for me in one day, bear in mind we've never met in person, than y'all have in your entire 24 years of having me exist in this world. Don't play that card. If it comes up in this video, don't play that card. Because I'll get the woman herself in. She might be asleep. I'll get Flutterio in myself. If I have to. Or Ben Maza. Myself. If I have to. I will do so.
Through the people that you surround yourself with. All I'm saying is, it seems that every other week there's a new paedophile that you're exposing. I kind of live in the real world. I don't bump into that many paedophiles. That's not normal. Bumping into a new paedophile every week, and some of them used to be your friends or whatever.
Some of them used to be my friends. Alright. Alright. I think he's referring to the time before I fell out with Hero Brian in 2020, because he was messaging me on my very, very, very now defunct, now deleted Twitter account talking about Tyler fucking Wilson. And this was before it came out about Dark Hero Brian sending an SFW material to a minor. This was before. This was like a good 2 years before. Or a year and a half. Around about that time frame where I ended my friendship with Hero Brian. I didn't get into Hero Brian's drama. And once again, he's an example. I don't treat anybody as my favorites. I don't play favorites. If I see you doing something wrong, I'm gonna clock ya. Regardless of who you are, to me, I'm gonna clock ya. And Hero Brian, before you sit here and try and say that I'm a family abuser, take a good listen to what this motherfucker in this video has said. Because that's a claim that he threw against me last year as well when it was all going down between me and my family members. He tried to say that I was a family abuser. Wild claim. Anyways.
I don't know. This is out of tune. That's not normal. And you think it is normal because, quite frankly, Mum didn't raise you. Nobody fucking raised you except for yourself and YouTube.
So what's the issue, Harley? What's the issue with how I conduct myself? If anything, it should be none of your fucking business. Bitch. Oh my god. Oh my god. So now it's, oh, nobody raised you except yourself. Which is true. But now all of a sudden... actually pissing me off. And RTI, if you're uploading on this channel right now, baby, thank you for clipping me. I may not like you, and I may have called you out, And we may be watching this on your channel, because it's under the of Glamrock Bonnie R. So unless it's not your channel, to whoever's clipping it, whoever's recording me right now, first of all, hi. Thank you for clipping. I don't give a fuck if you clip me. I'll make a reminder to never make you mad. Again, the thing that makes me mad with these fucking family members of mine is they had 24 years. Pretty much. Fucking, they've had at least, like, my entire life. They had at least my entire life. Oh, I'm back. Hi, Dennison. We're 2 hours into this video, into this stream. And we're only 15 minutes into it. That's how angry this is making me.
So, a lot of your perception of reality seems to be shaped by YouTube. I'm completely using YouTube as like a blanket statement representing the entire internet, by the way. Which...
Apparently, YouTube is my reality. Hashtag Kosmik's reality. You know what? That is a good hashtag. How the fuck you gonna say that? I have a real life. Like, if we're to get into it, I have a real life. I literally have a job. I have a job, I go to college. I have a real life that I don't really speak about on here. I have friends that I have friends specifically from my college course that I said this year that I was not going to speak about this whole shit show to. And they don't know anything about this. I have friends that I keep completely separate from my online life, right? I can distinguish real life and online life. The difference between me and you is that your way of acting in real life and online makes you look like shit. And mine doesn't.
Is fine.
Or sorry, if it does make me look like shit, there is a perfectly justifiable reason as to why it makes me look like shit. Because y'all got me to that point.
That's not your fault. That's your escape. That's the only world
so
you know.
What's the issue?
That's fine. But...
Also, no, YouTube is not my escape, darling. YouTube is not my escape. If it's my escape, it does a pretty bad fucking job. Fucking hell. This is how I know they didn't actually want to get to know me. Because my escape was writing my fucking book. Which, by the way, you sat there and shat on. In the most vulnerable of moments for me. Bear in mind, I had literally purchased a copy of my own book to gift you. If we're to get really petty, really into the nitty gritty. This is how I know these motherfuckers didn't actually want to get to know me. Because if they had gotten to know me, they would have known that my book was actually my escape. Playing on my Nintendo Switch was actually my escape. Hello? Playing on my fucking Wii U would have been my, like, what is my actual escape? Playing on my Nintendo 3DS and DSi is my escape. Video games are my fucking escape, motherfuckers. Not YouTube. What the fuck are you on? Speaking of which, no, I'll do that after stream. I'll check in Street Pass after stream.
I'm sorry, a 24-year-old taking out frustrations like that on a fucking 16-year-old in the way that you have.
So now they're 16. So at first it was 15, then 14, then 16. Which age is it? Which age is it? Jesus Christ.
No matter what way you cut it, disgusting. Again, publicising this, the fact that they tried killing themselves.
Right, first of all, I wasn't the one who publicised that, thank you very much. I wasn't the one who spoke on that first. And Goget can attest, because I'm about to, unfortunately, have to bring them up into this. Sorry if you're listening to this, hon. Goget was the one who made the claim online, publicly, before I ever spoke on it. So I'm not the one who spoke on it. You come off as absolutely stupid. Estupido cabrón.
I kill myself. The last thing I'd want is a bunch of fucking furries on the internet knowing.
Furries? Y'all, apparently y'all have been self-diagnosed. Oop, he diagnosed y'all. Y'all are furries. He diagnosed y'all. Y'all are furries. He diagnosed y'all. Fucking douchebag.
And let me just say, nothing against the furry community as long as you're not touching animals, you don't fetishize animals in any way, shape or form, and you're not, you know, an unemployed...
So what's the issue with my audience hypothetically knowing things that you yourself have put out? Because none of my community touches animals. None. Zero. If you're about to pick a fight with my community, baby, y'all can go ham on this motherfucker if you want. If he's about to pick fights with y'all.
Degenerate piece of shit that smells of onions. You're good in my books. If you're a good person and I can have a conversation with you, and you're not a piece of shit, that's what I value in people. I don't give a fuck if you subscribe to this really weird fucking community on the internet. That's got nothing to do with me. But however...
So why bring it up?
That is the people you surround yourself with. And I'm sorry, you can only be as good as the people you surround yourself with.
He's saying that I surround myself with people who essentially diddle animals. Okay. Okay, so I've just been accused by my own family of being a zoophile. Or by extension, being friends or having people in my audience that watch me that are apparently zoophiles. He just called each and every single one of y'all essentially furries that touch animals. Make of that what you will. Make of that what you will.
Actual fact.
It's actual... It's actual fact, y'all. Apparently, y'all diddle animals now. Apparently. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? Did you know the word degenerate was associated with Nazis? Yeah, I was about to bring that up too. Yeah, he just basically said that all of y'all are furries who diddle animals, sorry. Sorry, I deal with so many pedophiles. I deal with a few zoophiles here and there on the internet that I fight with. I get the two confused. I'm sorry. He's accusing y'all of being furries who diddle and touch animals. He's essentially saying that, so y'all take it up with him. Alright. But let me just state for the record, if there is someone in my audience that does that, I am not aware of it. And the instant I even get, since you want to equate, you know, smelling like onions or something, a whiff, as soon as I get a whiff, a whiff of someone doing that shit in my community, they get outed. They get thrown out of the community. Everybody knows. On that stream that I had on Sunday last week before I spoke to Goget, the one that was before the Pokemon Legends one, as soon as I found out that DJ Char Gamer was in my fucking audience and I didn't realize, out the door they went. Sorry, I don't find animals attractive. Animals can't consent. Exactly. But he's saying, apparently it's fact that apparently y'all are animal diddlers. Apparently. Apparently. And watch him make a video that he takes down now saying, I never called them that. Babes, it's on record.
I surrounded myself with some horrible people in my time, and they have made me worse people. Right now, I'm surrounded by people that make me a way better person. I genuinely, like my
Are you sure about
friends
that?
I smoke with, amazing people. One of my best friends at the moment is a fucking athlete. He's a weightlifter.
Okay.
And he's a fucking good weightlifter. Bro looks like fucking Kratos. I love that man so much.
Okay.
I got friends that... There was a friend of mine that was a pilot and then got bored of it.
What does this have to do with anything?
And now is like doing something... I've got like one of my best friends, one of my housemates, lived in Australia as a backpacker, Australia and New Zealand, for like 3 years. Like,
what does this have to do with anything?
That's making it sound like it's all about me, but you can only be as good as the people you surround yourself with. The people I've surrounded myself with now are genuinely inspirational people.
Okay.
I don't think you can say the same. Every single person that you interact with is also a sad piece of shit.
Do I call Ben much? Where is he? Get your ass in call. Get your ass in call. It's gonna get extremely loud. Oh, there's the ambient. There it is. Where is this motherfucker? He might be working. He might be working. Yeah, he might be working. Are you working at the moment? Buongiorno, can you hear me?
Hello?
Hi, are you working right now?
No, I was about to head to sleep. What's going on?
I'm so sorry to have woken you up. Right, so I've
No, you're
got two
fine.
things here.
We're trying to fall. What's the
I've got two
alarm?
things here. So I'm currently on stream reacting to my actual in real life brother making a video on me. He says, and apparently this is fact, that my audience and the people who I surround myself with are furries that diddle animals and who are pieces
Excuse
of
me?
shit. Yeah, what do you make of that? Please tell us.
Well,
As someone who
okay.
has a job, as someone who I believe works
Okay.
2 jobs.
Well, yes, I originally did work 2 jobs in the past, so okay. I apologize to Cosmic Stream. I'm trying to, as Cosmic could tell, I was trying to get some sleep because I do have a morning shift at work, but, so to Cosmic's brother, is it?
Yeah.
Saying that the people that Cosmic surrounds herself with are furries that deal with kids. Really, that's really
Animals.
funny because I don't have no
correction,
recollection of doing
animals.
such a thing. Hmm?
I said correction, animals.
Okay, but here's the thing though. I have no recollection of doing that, and I'm pretty sure that other associates of ours have never done that either. So, what's the fuck?
Oh, whilst I've got you
And
here, by the
second,
way, before you go to... Oh, yeah, go on ahead. Sorry, I didn't realize you had a second point.
no worries. And also I'm done under I'll probably check the stream on my way to work tomorrow, but from what I'm understanding, and correct me if I'm wrong, Cosmic, your brother is the one that didn't even try helping you out in that situation that you discussed with myself and a few other people, correct?
Which situation? There's a lot of them. Which one?
Oh God, I'm trying to remember. I'm sorry, my brain is like literally half asleep, half awake right now. I apologize. About that whole situation when you had that falling out with your mom and sister, if I remember correctly.
Last year. Yeah, this was the motherfucker who sat
Yeah.
here and went, I want nothing to do with you. And suddenly it's on me for apparently excommunicating myself.
Okay, so to the brother then. So why are you not defending your sister and why are you cutting her off? Because she has justifiable reasons of cutting off that piece of shit of your mother and your manipulative gaslighting sister.
Well, see, that wasn't me that said it. That wasn't me that said it. I hold no
No,
opinions
you
on
heard
that.
what I fucking. And I want to make this clear, and I want to say this to Custer's brother. I'm the one that said that. How come you're defending your gaslighting mother and your manipulative sister that put your sister through fucking hell? It's really funny that. Okay. Like I said, I'll probably check tomorrow because I probably have some saying of. Like, now I'm a bit curious about what other bullshit he's been saying. But what else were you trying to say?
I was just trying to say, whilst I have you here, I just want to let you know that you have been more of a father to me in 1 hour than my actual IRL father or any of my stepfathers have been in my entire life. Okay, that's what I wanted to say.
I appreciate that, and to like I have this to say, the brother, like, the fuck, like, you're willing to defend an abusive mom and a manipulative sister over someone that is genuinely, genuinely normal and not as crazy as your mom and your manipulative bitch of a sister. So the fuck?
And once again, I am not the one who said that.
Yeah, if you want to have at me, motherfucker, like, I could happily, if you like, Costco could happily provide you my social medias if she
I'm not
wishes.
speaking to the
I give her
motherfucker. I'm
consent.
not speaking to the motherfucker. You can put it out on your socials if you wish. I'm not speaking to him.
Oh no, that's fine. That's fine. Well, all I have to say
Anyway.
is that fuck them. Just fuck them.
Alright, I'm gonna let you get back to sleep now.
Alright. Have a go on,
Bye.
y'all. I'll try to message updates about my review in the future later.
Alright, bye. I do kind of feel bad for waking him up, but like, bullshit in terms of what my brother's saying. See, the difference between me and you, Harley, in terms of what you're trying to say, you're trying to say that the people who I surround myself with are degenerates, are disgusting human beings, who are furries that touch animals now, apparently. The difference between that narrative and what actually happens is that your narrative is delusion. Convince yourself. The people I surround myself with are certainly not what you've accused my audience or my friends of being. You're gonna absolutely go fuck yourself with that claim. I will wake more people up if I have to, just to tell them this and get their opinions on it. In fact, is she still awake? Are you awake? Just message for the Rio. Let's get my online mother to speak on this if we can. I am ringing the gong to wake her up. Anyways, let's go through this as much as we can. I'm gonna have to write that down in my phone actually before I do forget. I'm gonna write it down in my notes. Claim. Okay. Okay, there we go. Alright.
I don't want to say that. As that piece of shit that's only home is the internet. And that's not necessarily a bad thing, but you have caught yourself
By the
in
way,
this horrific...
by the way, I cannot wait, because I do tell my people at work some of the basic stuff. I cannot wait to sit here and tell them that apparently my brother thinks they're all fucking furries who diddle animals. That's gonna go down well at my workplace. For him, anyway. For me, it's gonna go down wondrously, but that's gonna go down well for him. Anyways, let's hear what he said again.
That's only home is the internet. And that's not necessarily a bad thing, but you have caught yourself in this horrific echo chamber. And it's immature, it's stupid. I don't know. And before I get too carried away, I'm gonna be real with you. I live like 3 minutes down the road from you. If you want to take this up with me in person, you're free to pop over. You're free to come over. I'm happy to talk to you. But I don't want you treating this genuine damage that you've done like some sort of fucking YouTube drama, sitting...
Then what are you doing? Then what are you doing? And first of all, when we talked at Audi back in like March or April of this year, you didn't give me a street address to come to you. And second of all, you know where I live, motherfucker. And let me just say this right now. I'm not open to talking with you. I will happily slam the door in your face. You can go fuck yourself. But you've known where I've lived for the past how many months or year? You going to tell the people at your work that your younger brother accused them of being zoophile? Yeah, they'll get a laugh out of it. Either that or they'll ban him from the place. And honestly, that would be even more funny. Goodness. I can't wait to tell the people down at the homeless shelter that I help out with, by the way, that they're apparently all zoophiles according to my younger brother. Apparently. Fucking hell. And I don't speak about that at all, but yeah, I can't wait to tell everybody in my real life that apparently my younger brother accused everybody around me of being zoophiles who diddle and touch animals. Fuck me, man. Fuck me.
I'm like, oh, said this, these nuts. Said that.
What was that?
I don't care.
Then why make this video?
At the end of the day, again, you're a 24-year-old who is taking all of these years worth of repressed emotions and, you know, feelings of betrayal out on a fucking 15-year-old that 16, oh no, 17.
Well, no, I clocked them on coming from my partner. There's a difference. If that's what you think, me taking out my repressed emotions of betrayal and hurt out on other people is, baby, you're not ready for the full tea. Oh, you're not ready for even another drop of it. At the end of the day, I clocked her on her shit. She got mad. Baseline of the situation. Because she came from my partner. I heard a D's nuts sound. Yeah, he tried to make it funny. He tried to go, D's nuts, in the editing room. And I'm like, you could have done so much better. You could have just used that up close and personal, mate. I'm so sorry. You could have just done that. It'd be funnier if you got evicted. No, let's not wish eviction. Let's not wish eviction. Let's not do that. Let's not do that. Anyways.
No, fuck. But the point is not what my little brother has done, may have done, and from what I've seen, they've been a bit immature, sure.
May have done. So now it's, oh, this stuff doesn't even potentially exist. Hey yo, Toon Zelda Amiibo, what do you think of this shit? Sorry, I'm actually just looking around my room at this point because I'm like, what? So now it's denying that something ever even happened. Darvo. Work, girl. Work. Also, my Amiibo collection, I'm so proud of having all 7 of the idols from Splatoon. As Amiibos. As Amiibos. I'm so proud of having, you know, the Breath of the Wild DLC, like, Pack 2, the Champion's Ballad or whatever? I'm so proud of me actually having their photographed, because I got the Creating a Champion book. I love that book. I even have like a felt map of Breath of the Wild. That's taking away from things. But again, everything I've gotten in this room I have worked for. I have built myself up. I have snapped it. I have done what I needed to do to get where I am today. No amount of denying what happened, Harley, is going to change my mind on that. At all.
It's obvious that everything they've said pretty much has been out of...
If he ever uses that instrument again, it should be a YouTube apology video. No, that would go up there as like one of the top 3 worst apology videos. I don't want an apology from him at this point. He had his chance to apologize. He can go fuck himself. I do not want an apology from him because I know it will be fake. I know it will be fake for the purpose of trying to smooth things over, trying to get back on good terms again, just so then I can find another situation where I react badly in their eyes. Not happening. But I would recommend putting the instrument away. Harley.
Some sort of humor. With exceptions, of course. Of course, I know you're probably going to bring up, you know, the fucking, you know, tweet they did calling your partner a piece of shit, among other things.
The thing that instigated the thing between me and her, and the thing that I sat there and told... We've seen the screenshot, actually, in the stream. I don't need to go back through it. You mean the thing that started off me and her falling out? You were making a Colleen Ballinger joke? Okay. I was hoping it was somewhere along those lines. The toxic gossip train chugging down the tracks of me. Unironically, this motherfucker would probably side with Colleen Ballinger. Unironically, would probably. That's not a definitive before he tries to use that against me. I'm saying probably. Right?
100% of the time being humorous. They have had points where they've just been like, fuck you, which
So
is
now
more than
it's
fair
humor.
considering the stress that you've placed on them.
Stress that I placed on
And
them.
quite honestly, it's a coping mechanism for them. Humor is their coping mechanism. It's the only way they can see.
How was coming from my partner unprovoked humor? I'll wait. How was that unprovoked? Like, how was that unprovoked? How was that humor? Like, how was that in terms of her coming from my partner, essentially attacking my partner for nothing? Like, how was that humor? Like, what? So, okay. Me sitting here and blocking her was for humor then. Let's use that. You see how stupid the logic sounds? Idiot.
Deal with it. Like when a fully grown person is attacking them, the only thing they feel like they can do is take the piss out of it. And I'm a person that understands.
Your
my
partner
brother.
was attacked for nothing? Right, like, hello? And she outright told me that she hates my partner. So, like, how is that humor? How is that humor? That's what I want to know. How is that humor? Like, girl, how is that humor? Idiot.
More than fucking anyone on this planet. We have the same birthday, we were born 2 years apart. We've lived together our entire lives. Like, we're so tight that when, you know, the fucking government was gonna separate us, they went, actually, that would severely hinder both of their fucking development.
You mean back in 2011/2012, if memory serves correctly? When y'all were like, what, less than 10 years old? When I was like, what, 9 to 10 years old? Like, what point does this have to what he's trying to say? I don't get it.
Like, I know our brother more than anybody, and
Okay.
you know them really well as well. Quite honestly, you've never really been in either of our lives for neither of our fault. I'm not going to blame 10-year-old me or 12-year-old you for us never.
Oh, I was about to pop off then. I was like, how dare you? I was like, oh, wait. I was like, wait, hold on. That's not my fault. Not my fault that the adults in our lives are shit human beings and you're just following their example. Jesus.
Talking or never really seeing eye to eye. We have had very different upbringings and very different experiences with life, but I'm trying to relate with you. Like, I went from being very like, oh, I don't like any of this gay shit, to actively used to enjoy watching RuPaul's Drag Race with.
See, I'm so confused because he's always been like, oh, I've never hated the gays. What do you mean to tell me you were homophobic now? Before I came along. So actually, I made you a better person then. But no, everybody that I apparently hang around with is a zoophile who touches animals, apparently. Apparently. I didn't even know that he was homophobic before I came along with my with my transness and my gayness. I had no idea. Those are his words, not mine. What's next? He didn't like black people until I showed him a person of color? Fucking hell.
A bit of context is required. Me and my little brother were raised by severely, terminally conservative older people. So
yeah, our great-grandparents.
Stances, without being, actually,
The great-grandparents, by the way, who want all immigrants out of this country. Who say refugees are not welcome here. Who literally go off of Sky News and fucking BBC fucking news broadcast channel, if memory serves correctly. Two of the most biased news channels. But work.
exposed to, you know, the LGBT community or whatever, we just by default have a good attitude about it, or at least I didn't. Our brother less so. Like, since I've become a lot more open-minded because of you.
So how am I... Okay, Harley. I'm this awful person, but I made you better. Okay. Again, I'm just waiting for the, oh, I used to not like black people or something before I came along. I'm waiting for that to drop. Jesus Christ. We're over halfway, yay.
In a weird, fucked up way. However, you are insanely close-minded. And again, you're more than entitled to be upset about whatever my little brother's done.
How am I close-minded? And so I'm entitled to be upset about what they... Girl, make it make sense. Make it make goddamn sense, Harley. Make it make sense. Every single time you do one of these videos, you fucking make yourself look like a piece of shit.
But you can't expect to not have to face the consequences of it. It being your actions. That's just stupid.
My actions of what? Blocking my sister because she came for my partner over nothing? Alright, I'll face those consequences. If consequences means purging shit people out of my life, like you, sure, I'll take those consequences. May have been hard in the moment, but I'm so thankful, in retrospect, that y'all showed me exactly who the fuck you were. Work.
Like, again, I was willing to hear you out when you tried dragging me into everything.
No, the fuck you were not. We saw your message. We saw your message. We saw your message. Quote, I want nothing to do with you. Sure, Harley, sure. Uh-huh. Bitch.
Off with my little brother. You were the first person to reach out to me. My little brother was like, I want to process this on my own. Because I've basically just lost a family member. My little brother never reached out to me until I reached out to them and was like, what the fuck happened? Can you tell me in your words
See,
what happened?
that's different from what he told me. That's different from what he told me back in 2024. He sat there when I went, hey, just to let you know, me and her are not speaking. He went, oh yeah, I know. And then when she sat there and made that thread on Twitter, he tried to pin it on me by trying to use a tweet that I had made to try and say that I had brought it up in public first when it was not about her. The specific tweet that I made was not about her. What the fuck is your problem, man?
Can figure out some sort of middle ground. When you tried roping me into it, all I needed to hear from my little brother was, look at this 89-page manifesto, go to these pages.
Oh, so you didn't even read the full fucking thing. Okay.
What they said about my suicide attempt.
You mean the thing that was cleared up as a miscommunication? Okay. Sure. Sure. If that's how you want to act, Harley, if that's how you want to act. He's probably one of the motherfuckers who'd sit here and say that Queen Sonia from Tears of the Kingdom is white. He's probably one of those motherfuckers who would do that. I need to plug my fucking phone in. It's like on however many percent? Yeah, 26%. Oh, by the way, happy news, by the way. I completed the Legends Z to A Pokédex. And it's a living dex as well. So I'm extra proud. But anyways.
And it disgusted me. I don't care whatever else you have to say. Nothing is topping how disgusting a move that is. And sorry, you making a response video to your own video that was unnecessary. Oh, 1 year later. Oh, I'm a survivor. This is me 1 year after.
Okay, so just directly mocking me and what I had to go through that point, but alright. Saying that I have every right to sit here and feel the way that I feel and do whatever I want to do, and then sitting here and mocking me. I am a survivor of my mother's shit. I am a survivor. Alright? Sounds cringe, sure. But I'm a survivor of a lot of shit. Some shit you wouldn't even be able to process. Some shit you would have actually have killed yourself over. Harley.
The most horrible thing ever has happened to me. That's just embarrassing.
How's it embarrassing?
You're still hung up on a 15-year-old, 16-year-old.
No. 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 Just no. So you completely missed the point of my video, sure. Okay.
And you're still trying to garner sympathy.
Garner sympathy
Fucking them over. Fucking them over mentally. Fucking them over.
Fucking them over mentally how? I'm so lost. How am I mentally fucking them over? Bear in mind, that sister you're defending literally sat there and made fun of my own suicide attempt when me and you fell out on that same day. You gonna hold them to that standard? You gonna hold them to that, oh my god, that's disgusting, I'm never speaking to you again standard? You gonna do that? No, you won't. Because you're a hypocritical bitch.
Like, I don't know if you realize this, they're gonna find trusting people incredibly hard because of you. Like,
how the fuck do you think I feel with the likes of you? The reason why, and he's just demonstrated it perfectly actually, the reason why I never told any of you about any, and I'm speaking to my family here, sorry chat, the reason why I never came to any of you about any of my suicide attempts, any of my mental health issues, is because it would be laughed at. Be called embarrassing. Fuck you, cunt.
You were a person they held in such fucking high esteem, and I completely abandoned you back in the
Oh no, the sister partner that I attacked sat here and blocked me. I'm gonna make an entire fucking thread on Twitter publicizing things that didn't need to sit here and publicize. No, when she claps back at me. And yeah, I want to be low as fuck right now. Criticize me all you want for this, Harley. But right now, you're coming off as a hypocritical cunt. I feel like your younger brother is being unsympathetic. I don't know if that's the right word. It's being unsympathetic, gaslighting, and just denying in general everything that I've gone through. He's an actual cunt.
19. They're the person who reached out to you when no one else would, and you just threw them away. That's fucking ridiculous. And because...
Okay, I know what he's on. I had to take a moment there. I know what he's on about. In October of 2020, and I have always said this, she was the only one in that 2020 to 2021 situation to even reach out to me in the aftermath. She was the one family member I had contact with at that point. I will never take that away from her. I gave her her flowers on that. And to this day, I will give her her flowers on that. What she doesn't get to do is she doesn't get to attack my partner over nothing. What she doesn't get to do is sit here and get mad that I block her until she apologizes. And what she doesn't get to do, most certainly she does not get to do, is she does not get to sit here and make fun of my suicide attempt on June the 4th, 2024. That I tried to kill myself on that day because you, motherfucker on the screen, and my mother sat there and went, oh, we no longer want to speak to you because you're a piece of shit, this, that, and the other. We've seen the messages on the stream. And that's not even bringing it into the arena. The fact that my mother then messaged me a month later being like, oh, you're such a piece of shit, this, that, and the other. You haven't wished either of your two littlest siblings happy birthday or come over. When she told me we weren't on speaking terms. Oh, girl. Oh, girl. And that's not even going over that. I ain't even brought that into the ring yet.
I'm sorry, like...
Sorry, you're a bitch.
From what I saw, again, this is not an attack on your partner. From what I saw, the proof that my little brother sent you, your partner was being genuinely condescending and genuinely an ass.
How? Oh, I can't wait to tell my partner this. Oh, he's asleep right now. I can't wait to tell him this. Oh, he's gonna have an opinion. My partner was literally sat there going, please don't attack at the time we had already proposed, so it would have been fiancé. And my sister out of nowhere jumps in and goes, Sano, you're a fag, this, that, and the other. And I'm sat here like, what the fuck? Why are you sat here saying that about my partner? How is he being condescending? My bad that I have a partner who sticks up for me. But no, apparently everybody that I hang with, everybody who's ever defended me, is a piece of shit. Is a zoophile, apparently, that touches animals. Apparently. According to him. His words, not mine.
And I don't give a fuck of what the rules of your Discord server are. Like...
Okay, so this is a completely unrelated situation. Maybe do your research. Maybe go through the entire Google document and the entire videos. Maybe do that before speaking your mind, because you sound stupid. You sound stupid. Stay on topic. Where is that Raja O'Hara? Okay. Raja O'Hara, you sound stupid. Where is that tweet that she said? Oh no, did she take it down? No, I loved that tweet. Wait, we found it. We found it. We found it. We found it, chat. We found it. Y'all ready for this? You sound stupid. Stay on topic. Girl.
Talk to people like that. Like when you were talking to me about it, you were just like saying like, oh yeah, but they broke this, they didn't respect this rule in my Discord server.
No, I told you exactly what happened in October. And then I told you what had happened in terms of fucking me and her falling out. When apparently I tried to drag you into it because she had already told you. Uh-huh. And
then started an argument about it, but it's also like, get a life. You're 24, you've never worked in your life. But that doesn't...
Hold on. Where's my work phone? Hold on. Where is she? Where's my boss? I can't wait to tell them this. What do I even say in this voicemail? They're not even voicemail, voice message. I'll save that for after stream, actually. God.
Playing to anything that I'm saying. The point is, you don't have a job. You literally just bum off the government to buy video games.
Let me just contact all 40 people in this group chat on WhatsApp in my workplace and tell them that apparently I don't have a job. Y'all, I'm so sorry to interrupt and wake y'all up, but apparently I have no job and you all don't exist apparently in my life according to my mother, who I don't speak with anymore. Lol. By the way, what's the rota for the 22nd November match? There we go. God, they're gonna get a giggle out of that.
You're the type of person where you'll buy 2 copies of the game because you want an unsealed, you want a sealed version.
We could go around my entire room right now. I could do a room tour. I could literally do a room tour. Like, who gives a fuck about my hobbies? It's my money. I do with it what I please. With my work money, mind you. God.
Which is fine if you also have a career. And you
I
also
do have a career.
Shit that you do with your life. Like, video games, I still play video games. I've got my fucking PlayStation here. I've been playing Minecraft the last fucking few weeks. Video games are not the issue here to you.
Okay.
Like, you're allowed to be passionate about video games.
I don't get what the issue is.
And everything, but that's your entire life. And that's also not a bad
What
thing.
is...
But you have no friends in real life, really.
Oh, hold on. Where's the college group chat? Full of like, oh, I don't know, about 20 people? Fucking hell. Oh, hold on. I could get one of my friends that used to be at the homeless place that I used to volunteer at. Almost said work. That part was volunteer work. And taking GCSE courses there. Oh.
Family now.
Again, if he truly wanted to know me, he would have known that even when I was back in college as early as 2022 and 23, I had friends there. Apparently, I am not your friend according to this nobody. I know, apparently, according to this person who never really wanted to get to know me in the first place and has admitted that apparently, girl, apparently y'all are nobodies. Apparently, the people at my workplace, the people at college, the old friends that I have from college, the people that I have been friends with as far back as the start of me being on the internet aren't nobodies. Apparently.
Because you alienated your entire family. Like,
do I chat? Do I bring up once again the message from both my mother and my brother where they both said, well, my mother said we're not on speaking terms. This motherfucker said I want nothing to do with you. Do I bring that up again? Girl.
all you have is your online friends. That's all you have. And it is, I don't envy your position. Like, at fucking all.
Sorry, I don't think anybody in your position should speak about my position in life. Girl, I don't envy someone in your position either. I'm gonna be so for real. I don't envy someone in your position whatsoever. And I'm not about to take advice from someone in your position. Mwah. Kisses.
It's incredibly sad, and incredibly sad not just through the lens of this is a person that I love. I still love you, your family.
No, you
I don't have
fucking
anything to do
don't.
with you anymore. But the memories I had with you.
Motherfucker, you ain't love me. You ain't love me. Let's not play that card now. Let's not play that card now. This motherfucker sitting here and being like, oh, I love you. You're just a piece of shit. Nah, motherfucker, you don't love me. Girl.
I'm just null and void now. Like, one of my favourite memories with you is 2 years ago. Basically, a lot of shit was happening in my life. A lot of my friends at the time were kind of deliberately just completely alienating me, kind of just making me feel like shit, just for no fucking reason. There was a band involved, and basically, I played Boardmasters Festival. Decided I fucking hate every single one of these people. Every single person in this band, except for the drummer, was trying their best to hurt me. Was trying their best to like completely deprive me of any kind of like sympathy or any kind of just warmth.
This feels like he's talking to himself, because what has he done this entire video?
Like, and it was all because I was just having a mental breakdown because of it anyway. I couldn't describe what was happening. I couldn't describe how fucking hurt I was at that time. But I went over to your house. Me and you talked for like 2 hours about it. And it's the only time in my life I've ever felt like you've ever listened to me. You bought me pizza, which was great. I mean, I did tell you I didn't have an appetite, so I had like a slice and then went, I can't do it anymore. Here's a photo from that gig, by the way. But that's the person I wish I got to see more, other than this spiteful fucking individual.
Spiteful individual
again,
for defending myself now. Okay. 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 Dennison, stop here. Just saw that message. I'm sorry, but yeah, that incident that he's on about, yeah, I did support him. I did listen to him. And I like to think that I listened to him a lot more than that. And I'm not gonna lie, from 2021 to 2024, I'm sorry, y'all had your own shit going on. Y'all had your own friends. Y'all had your own this, that, and the other. It was none of my business. You came to me and told me about that situation, and obviously what you described happened. Like, it's not on me that you kept things to yourself. At all. Because as far as I'm aware, unless suddenly it comes out now that apparently I'm a shit person again for something else. As far as I'm aware, these people knew that I was taking time to rebuild my trust in anything. Because I'm sorry, in 2020 that completely broke my trust of any family members. And what sucks as well is that I was getting so close to feeling like I could finally open up again. If we're to really get into like the nitty gritty, I felt so close at that time in like 2024 until this motherfucker on screen went, I want nothing to do with you, you're this, you're that, you're a piece of shit, blah blah blah. And my mother went, we're not on speaking terms. I felt so close to finally trusting these people, and they threw it to shit. So
to be angry. I don't blame you for not really wanting anything to do with our mother, and I love our mother.
So what's the issue? What's the issue with me speaking out about the way she treated me? Cunt.
A human being who I get along with, I love her so much, couldn't live with. But like, it's just sad. Like, I wish I could have seen that more sympathetic version of you, like the one that actually, you know, like gave a fuck about people's feelings and didn't try to like downplay anything.
Downplay?
Like, downplay our relatives to us.
Downplay? Where have I... Can someone point to where I've downplayed shit? Other than the example that he's trying to use. That we've already cleared up.
Like, it really upsets me, again, not just from like the lens of you have been failed by every adult in your life, but also through the lens of, instead of using that perspective for good and, you know,
what?
doing any...
Y'all, apparently, me sitting here and using my trauma online as a tool of strength is me not doing it for good. I mean, I've known plenty of people who, because of the situations I've got into online, Patchy Puffin being an example. Hi, Han, sorry that you're being brought into this if you end up seeing this. Let's go all the way back down to my December 2023 video on Dark Hero Brian 99. And right now, this motherfucker on screen is probably going, oh, they're bringing this shit up again, blah, 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 blah. Let's bring this comment up. Just one of the many examples. After my time in therapy, which has spawned 4 months of my life from July 2024 to November 2024, I realized I should never have associated with this individual or any of his friends, and now I'm a person who has to have intensive therapy because of things I've done, his friends have done to me, and other things. Nowadays, I've been away from drama, and it's made me feel way better than I have in 3 years. I never want to be in drama like this again. As an 18-year-old now, I have college and other stuff like that to deal with. I honestly do thank you, Kosmik. I may have resented you in the past, but you were just genuinely trying to help me, a kid who didn't know what the fuck he was doing, so I owe you for that. Don't make me forget it, alright? It's just one example, by the way, within like 30 seconds that I've been able to pull up. We can go through more. Not to try and use all of the to like my selfish benefit. I don't like having to do that. But when he sat there and when other people sit here and say, oh, you're not a good person, I just let the comments speak for themselves. I just let what I've done online speak for itself. I'll let all of my friends that I have IRL speak for themselves. I don't need to go beyond showing like a comment on YouTube to show that I have done good with my trauma. I've used it as a catalyst. I've helped other people, and again, I shouldn't even have to really say this because my record speaks for itself. I've helped other people get out of abusive situations. I helped other people find peace. I've helped other people see that they were endangered and they were essentially traumatized, like Patchy. Again, I don't like having to pull out these comments. So be like, oh, I am a good person, but like as an example. The only reason you don't see me as a good person is because I held you to every other standard that I hold to everybody else. Family to me gets no exception. See, I'm just going to let that comment that Firetails357 said. I'm just going to let it speak for itself. And honestly, anybody who's not like a pedophile, zoophile, whatever, who has not done shitty things, like with Patchy, they're not the one who's like Hero Brian, who sent NSFW to minor. They're not that person. They were a minor back then. I'm gonna get petty as fuck. I'm gonna sit here and obviously have my opinion, but I'm never gonna hold them to the same standard that I'll hold any predator or zoophile or whatever, because they're being used. And again, with people online spaces are one thing, right? But sitting here and saying that I've not done good with my trauma, it's just such a lie. And I just let the comments speak for me on that one. Like, y'all, I want to know from everybody else in chat or who's watching, what's your opinion of me? Have I used my trauma for good or bad, and is there an example that you can pull up to prove one or the other? I would love to hear this, actually. And I'm just going to let your comments speak for themselves on this claim that he's made.
Thing with it, you're just sat on it, letting it fucking fester, and just becoming an incredibly unpleasant person. Like, most of the time I would talk to you, even before everything kicked off, you were just kind of like incredibly self-absorbed, like as a person.
Self-absorbed. Oh, this is another claim that gets thrown. This is another claim that gets thrown against me. Apparently, I'm self-absorbed. Seeing Kim, your bestie's right here. Fucking hell. Seeing Kim, your bestie's here. Fucking hell. Self-absorbed, my ass. My bad for loving myself. Mwah. Kisses.
Make it about yourself, really.
Make it about myself? That's a new one.
And I don't know, that could be more of like an autistic trait or whatever. You just like very
autistic
tell
trait.
People what's going on in your life, but all I'd ever hear from you when I went over to your house was, "Oh yeah, look at this new paedophile I'm exposing."
Well, no, baby, no, because you just directly contradicted what you said earlier. Oh man, fucking hell. Jesus Christ.
Fucking, I don't know anything about you, but all you talk about is yourself. Like, it's It was all air. It was nothing. You weren't saying anything.
Just like this video, all air.
Right, I don't know. And this isn't, again, supposed to be a diss track. It's just... Fuck with that. Just an incredibly... I don't know. You're also flawed in...
When have I denied that I'm flawed? Publicly on the record, I have said I overreact. Publicly. I've said that I overreact in situations. I'll get very angry. I'm very emotional. Where is this coming from?
Ways that are incredibly similar to my mother, in fact.
Don't you dare compare me to that nasty woman. Don't you dare. Don't you dare. I am nothing like that woman. How dare you?
Could make it, very difficult for you and Mum to see eye to eye. But and taking out all your frustrations on a fucking 15, 16-year-old is just not on.
Once again, not the truth.
I don't see how that's in any way, shape or form productive. Like, I don't know,
if I were taking out all my anger, all of my grief on that 14, 15, 16-year-old, do you honestly think that we would, not have fallen out before that point? Do you honestly, with your whole chest, think that an argument or a falling out would not have happened before that point? You're so full of shit. God.
I've got this place that I'm staying right now. It's also a shared house.
Okay.
I'm going to be moving soon. I'm actively trying to find a full-time job so I can just move into a flat.
Good for you.
I'm making progress. I'm constantly trying to work on myself. And whatever trauma I've gone through doesn't define me. It gives me perspective, and I try to use that perspective to help others, which I'm not trying to be like, look how great I am, but...
Are you sure?
The only thing you do with your trauma is just make YouTube videos about it. I try to be interested in your interests. I will...
Am I not allowed to make a video about all of the... You know what? Out of spite... Out of spite, I will be writing a memoir called Taking Things Out of Proportion. New book coming in 2069. Mwah. What the fuck is he on about?
Say, you forcing your book down my throat for a year... a year kind of was...
For a year? Baby, my book was released at the end of 2023. Me and you fell out 5 months after. And I'm sorry, it's up to you to go, sorry, I don't want a copy of your book. That's not on me. How is that on me? Next time, tell me. Although there won't be a next time, I'm gonna be 100% honest. Fuck you.
Really annoying, and I wasn't intending on reading the book ever. It's not like I had anything against your book. I think it's a stupid concept, personally, but that doesn't mean it's not a good book. I think, objectively, My Little Pony characters that are triangles with
triangles,
fucking Winx Club powers is...
What? Triangle? Oh, you can tell he did not want to get to know me. Oh, you can tell. Because if he actually paid attention, that's not what the book was. Triangles. You know what? When the chapter 3 rewrite comes out, I'm gonna add a reference to this. It just as an offhand comment, just to piss him off.
Incredibly unoriginal. But I don't think you ever listened to any of the songs I released in any of the bands I was in. You never...
No, because I was upfront with you. I was upfront with you, unlike you with me. I told you, I don't really like bands. The only music I listen to is Sonic the Hedgehog, Nintendo music. Yes, I like those music, like fucking those producers of music. And I like Splatoon music. I told you up front. I don't want to go to any of these pubs that you're performing at, any of these bars. Sorry, I'm just not interested. I told you up front. You're the one who sat there and waited until you had a reason to fall out with me, where you sat there and went, oh, your book's shit, this, that, and the other. The shit on me. I told you in a very polite and civil way, actually, like, it's not for me. That's the extent of what I said. I let you know. It's not my fault that you decided to sit here and not tell me how you felt. Girl.
Any interest in anything that I have ever done, but you expected everyone to, like, read your book, to fucking watch all your YouTube videos, to follow all this fucking endless drama.
Okay, so I'm just gonna stop him right there. I never expected my family member with the YouTube stuff to ever watch, like, my YouTube stuff. Like, with the YouTube stuff, I never expected my family members to watch my YouTube stuff. My sister was obviously in contact with me at the time. When I was seeing her still, we'd watch videos occasionally because she'd bring them up. There was a time when she literally put on the fucking loud screen whilst my mother was upstairs trying to sleep, whilst I was trying to get some shut eye, she would literally play Seeing Kim's videos on the big screen. And in terms of trying to shove my book down everyone's throats, my bad for sitting here and gifting my mother and my sister a copy of my book and wanting feedback. You didn't need, like, my bad. And I'm sorry, but releasing a book is more than any of you motherfuckers over there can do. Just me being paid.
That you bring upon yourself, honestly. Like, I think pedophiles are as bad as the next person
So what's the issue?
Hold a lot of guilt, as I'm assuming you do, considering both of our parents are pedophiles. Both are.
Oh, that I did not know. That I did not know.
Fathers are pedophiles. And I maintain an incredible level of guilt. So I realise the obvious point to make there for any people watching this would be like, oh, why did your mum date two separate paedophiles? Because I've had people say that, like, in person, be like, oh, she's got a type, hasn't she? They both groomed her. Just for a bit of context, Kosmik's father groomed her when she was like 15.
Yeah.
And my father met her at 17 and then like, got with her when she...
Oh, I didn't know about that. Ew. Ew. Ew, Peter. Peter. What the fuck was that about? Motherfucker. Ew. I didn't know about that. They didn't bother to do the math admittedly, but that was never told to me. I was just told that my dad was a nonce. What the fuck? Ew. Ew.
She was like 20. It's all messy. I still consider that incredibly paedophilic. For sympathising with my dad in any way, shape or form for any period of time. I'm incredibly ashamed of him, as I'm sure you're incredibly ashamed of your father, but...
I'm just gonna say this right now. I hate my father. There's a difference between being ashamed and hating the man. I hate the man. I was ashamed for like 5 minutes before I realized I'm not him. I hate the man. I hope he burns, and I hope by extension your father burns. Just saying.
You gotta be better than that. You've got to do something with your life as opposed to...
What's he trying to say here? What did he just try and say? Did he just try and say that I've got to be back? Did he just put me on the same level as my fucking dad and his dad? Did he just call me a soft... Did he just basically call me a pedophile? How am I as bad as my dad or your dad? How? How? Quickly. I would love to know. Because I have never diddled a kid. I have never had sexual relations with a kid. Never in my life. I would unironically kill myself and line myself up against a wall for a firing squad than ever do anything sexual with a child. That's disgusting. And you've just lessened me and likened me to 2 pedophiles? That's disgusting. You're just as bad as Mom. With the way she kept on saying that I was just as bad as my dad. What the fuck, man? What the fuck, man? That's disgusting. Are you not ashamed of yourself for saying that? Are you not embarrassed? This is very embarrassing. Thank God we're on the last 10 minutes.
Like, you have incredible potential. I think your illustrations are really good. And
don't try and kiss my ass now.
As an illustrator. And maybe even a storyteller. But you just don't push yourself to ever make anything actually original.
Don't try and kiss my ass now. So anyways, we're going to go to fanfiction right now, right? And we're going to read my rewrite that spans 34,000 words in 2 chapters. We're going to read that right now. No, I'm joking. We're not actually going to read my book. We're not actually going to go to fanfiction and read my fucking rewrite of my first story. We're not going to do that. But, like, don't try and kiss my ass now, little cunt.
Like, I think one thing that's always been important to me, and I think has always been important to everyone in our family, has been art. Like, me, it's music, you know, for you and our little brother.
Bacon, you just gave me a fucking jump scare. Currently, we're reacting to a video that my brother released on me as of this year. And you're just going to have to watch the playback.
Always been drawing. My little brother would draw shit when they were like 9. I've never been able to draw. I'm envious of that talent, but it's just, I don't know. I just
today, Junior,
think your potential is being squandered in every single way possible. Like, you are a person who has been through so much, and you could honestly use that perspective to help people. You could become some sort of therapist, which, I mean,
not gonna toot my own horn here, but I literally do have a GCSE in mentoring. Literally a GCSE. At the place that I was speaking about, where I obviously do the volunteering at the homeless shelter, they offer these courses, right? And I have, and I quote, level 2 mentoring. I am a certified mentor. So, I could if I wanted to. I'm just going down the pathway of computing. Suck my ass. No. Oh my god. Actually step on a Lego.
That doesn't particularly appeal to me. I understand why that wouldn't appeal to you, just hearing everyone's problems all the time. But the point is, you could use your perspective, which is a very unique perspective. You could use your talents to help people, to, I don't know, to like, just be a better person to be around, to talk to. But instead you're just incredibly self-absorbed all of the time. And you kind of think that being like that is just like, nah, it's all good, it's my drag queen persona, which is like,
drag queen persona? Oh, I'm deceased. I'm actually deceased. Yeah, sure, So he's trying to say that who I am is not who I am, which, first of all, family members have said that to me many times. Family members have sat here and said that my accent is not my own. I'm sorry, I'm my own human being. Go fuck yourselves. Drag queen persona. Y'all, apparently this entire time I've been a drag queen. That's right. The pussy mafia of Flop Tropica is run by a drag queen. Yeah, Jean makes it do so interesting. Oh my god, I need to visit China when I get my passport.
I've grown to love it as an art form. I've dressed in drag, like,
what? That was 1 sec. That was less than a second. I'm like, huh? I know. I do drag parties. I am again the leader of the Pussy Mafia in Flop Tropica. We fought against the La Boo Boo Queen.
Honestly, such a creative art form, but and I understand, you know, finding a job is difficult in this.
I have a job.
You know, like it took me so long to get my job, which I just work at Tesco's, honestly.
Can we not?
So of course I don't really have much to be proud of. You know, I just got back from a shift, but you're not doing anything to help your situation. I think it's just incredibly sad. You're just in this horrible rut that if I was in your position, I'd be finding it difficult to get out of as well. But you're not listening to anyone except the people that agree with you. You're not taking anything on board that anyone who actually gives a fuck about you is saying.
No, because family has never given a fuck about me. Let's just outline that. Let's just outline that. Y'all heard him earlier. I don't even need to repeat it. Y'all can go back and scroll through the playback. Babes. No, you never cared about me. If you can't even get the basics of what my fucking book is about, that I apparently shoved down your throat, which by the way is a fucking lie, then you didn't care. End of story. Also, I really need to construct a timeline of Persistence is Key's original fucking stuff. I really need to go through it in general. I need to write that shit, but I got so much going on. God.
Like, I don't know. You're allowed to have whatever you want against someone as well, but like, I remember...
What's the issue then?
Just like... I don't remember what we were saying though.
Chop.
Every time anything would go wrong, you would instantly go like, right, I guess that's it. I guess no one in this family wants anything to do with me anymore. I guess I'm just that bad of a person. And you would just completely cut off from the family. It's like you were constantly begging for an excuse to just be separate from the family again, which again...
What? Alright, so if this was true, chat, I need your opinions. If this was true, am I justified in having that mindset? Because I'm gonna be so honest, outside of the YouTube stuff, I tried so hard. Who was the motherfucker who sat there, if we're really gonna get petty, who was sat there doing what you and my sister wouldn't even dare to do regularly, going over my mother's in 2023 and 2024? Who was the one literally registered as our carer up until 2024? Like, legally registered as her carer. You know about that? Apparently I don't have a job? Baby, being a carer technically counts as a job. If you want to get technical. I was literally registered as her carer. From 2022 all the way to 2024. And in a little part of 2019 to 2020, when I got kicked out. You want to go on about this, baby? We can bring up the receipts. We can bring up everything. But no, apparently I didn't care for any of them. Apparently. We're just gonna, brush over the fact that I was told by my mother we're not on speaking terms, like her words. We're gonna ignore what he said about him wanting nothing to do with me, literally saying it on fucking Discord, June the 4th, 2024. We're just gonna ignore that. And they wonder why I'm so guarded. Girl.
It's fine. Again, I completely ignored our family's a fucking mess.
So what's the issue?
And therefore, we are both fucking messes because of it.
So what's the
However,
issue?
bit of transparency never fucking hurt anybody. Just saying like, hey mum, I love you, we don't see eye to eye.
What do you mean a little bit of transparency? Every fucking turn I got, I was telling her exactly how I felt about how she treated me in 2020. And then she would be like, oh, I don't want to speak about it. Or, oh, but you also did this shit. Making me think, oh, then I've done something wrong in this situation as well. What the fuck are you on about? Cunt.
I would rather us have that level of distance, you know, us only see each other, you know, when really necessary.
Which is so funny, because when I first got in contact with my mother in 2021, after she reached out to me at the end of 2021 in that email, I told her in person, we're going to have a serious talk about what happened in 2020 and 2019 and all of that. And she went, oh yeah, but not right now at Christmas, which was fine, but that talk never ended up actually properly happening. Bitch.
Because that's kind of like the attitude I have with Mum, is I've got my own life, I'm living it, I'm having a lot of fun, I'm growing as a person in truly profound ways. The person I was a year ago, I would not recognise, but I don't know, just kind of like pretending you were willing to dedicate a lot more than you actually were. Just kind of felt a bit disingenuous, like...
Okay, if this did happen, am I justified or not for sitting here and attempting to put my all into something? Is it justified for me to have barriers up against these people after I've been hurt over and over and over again? Am I justified in that? I honestly think I'm justified in having barriers against people who have done shocking things to me.
That you were taking tip from our mum, taking money as some sort of carer, because our mum is mentally disabled.
Taking money? Baby, I was a carer and the government, in your words, paid me. I got carer's allowance. Where's the... Yeah, I got carer's allowance and carer's credit. And I technically wasn't even required because caring counted as a job. I wasn't even required to find work during the years of 2022 to 2024. And I still tried to find work here and there. I still tried. But no, apparently I did nothing for the family, right? Apparently I'm just this bad person. Sure. Sure, sis.
And you were going to help with the kids, which you never fucking did. You probably show up.
Yes, I fucking did. Do we want to bring up the times that you, my sister, and my mother would constantly go up to gigs in, say, Bristol, seeing things like Dragon Force all the time, whilst I was stuck babysitting the fucking kids? It's not the kids' fault, by the way, in terms of the two littlest ones. Not their fault. This motherfucker shouldn't even be speaking on that shit. But do we want to talk about that? The one time, and this happened fucking, I want to say 2 weeks before my mom literally said we're not on speaking terms. The one time I wanted to spend time with my mother on my own. The one time she done fucked it up. The one time I was left on the streets breaking down. The one time out of 3 years where I wanted just that one time to spend with her, that one experience to share memories between me and my own mother. The one time. The one. Literally, the one. But if we want to talk about, you know, apparently me not doing anything, who is it that was sat there being reluctant to go over mums each and every single fucking time? Who was the one? Because it certainly was not me. I was more than willing to go over there. I was literally... And I'm sure that she'll sit here and go, oh no, actually she didn't. I was literally sat there helping get the two littlest children to school, helping get them back from school to the house. I was helping them settle into bed. I was staying over there weekends at a time. Right? I was literally sat there doing that. I was literally sat there during the week, constantly keeping contact with her, being like, hey, are you okay? This, that, and the other. Like, do we really want to play this game, Harley? Because I can play this game and I will win. Not that it should be a game in any sense of the word, but if you really want to play this fucking game, well, apparently I've done so much that's bad. Let's play this game. I promise you I'll win.
Once a month at best, for a night, and then demand to be taken home.
Well, no, again, I spent weekends at a time there. Hello?
More than once, and I know you're going to feign ignorance and be like, name one time, but that happened. You know? And it might be, you know, inconvenient for your friends to hear, but...
Well, no, baby, my friends are online. My friends online have been there throughout every single, like from 2020 onwards, I've been there witnessing what I send them in terms of the full conversations that me and my mother have whenever we've fallen out. Literally witnessed. Everybody in my audience at this point knows exactly what y'all as a family did to me in 2020. And what y'all as a family did to me in 2024. It's not my fault you're a shit human being.
I don't know. I have a great deal of sympathy for you, and it pains me that I even have to, like, make this video. Cause
you don't have to make this video, though. You don't have to do that. This is a choice that you are making, just as it is a choice for me to sit here and react to it. It is a choice for you to sit there and make this video. Don't sit there and be like, oh, I have to make it. You didn't have to make this. You didn't have to make this. This is a choice. And you chose to do this.
Being fine keeping silent about it, you know, the manifesto was one thing.
Manifesto.
You know, eventually you left it alone for what seemed like a while. Now, a year later, you're still bringing it up. You're still fucking...
My apologies that y'all traumatized me again in terms of the IRL stuff and my family. And again, I'm not talking about the online people. I'm on about this motherfucker. My mother and all of that. My apologies for being traumatized again. Sorry. Maybe I should just sit down and take it next time.
Trying to get attention from it. That's the problem.
Attention.
Like, whatever the fuck happened, it's gone. It's immaterial. It doesn't fucking matter. But you're still trying to garner sympathy for it. Like, it's embarrassing. I'm embarrassed for you.
I'm embarrassed for you because you chose to make this video, sweetheart. I'm so embarrassed for you. I'm so embarrassed that you have such a bad take. I am so embarrassed for you, sweetheart. So embarrassed. Are you not ashamed of yourself? Are you not embarrassed? This is really embarrassing. He's like, oh, I'm upset that I even have to make this video. You don't have to make this video. You chose to make this video. You chose to make this video. We wouldn't even be here tonight if you hadn't made this video. He's probably going to make another one now. I think about it. He's probably watching now. Hi, go fuck yourself.
I feel bad for you. But also, as much as it is, you know, the factors around you's fault, you know, like our parents, our upbringing, you know, my little brother's friends kind of being little dicks, but as much as it is their fault, it's also your fault. Like, you're the person who's in control of how you act. You're the person who's in control.
Y'all are in control of how you instigate situations. Hello? Like, yeah, sure, I can agree with that statement, that I'm in control of how I react. I've admitted in 2024, yeah, I overreacted in some stuff. You're in control of how you instigate and fucking deal with shit on your end. Not my fault you chose to fucking react to it very poorly and be a garbage human being.
The outcome, you know, honestly, like, everything could have blown over had you not made that fucking man.
Blown over. Y'all, did y'all hear that? Everything could have just blown over. everything about me being a garbage human being, a piece of shit, all of the trauma from 2020 and backwards up until like the point where I was born, all of that could have just magically blown over. Yeah, totally. That's why you made this video. Fucking hell.
Manifesto. And again, I've maintained that it's a disgusting thing to do. Like, it wasn't even a short statement. It was 89 pages of pure vitriolic bullshit.
Vitriolic bullshit, alright.
Again, you're a person who is more than entitled to be angry.
So what's the issue? Genuinely, what's the issue with me defending myself? I don't get it. What is it with people sitting here and telling me I can't defend myself? What is it with you mentally deranged people?
I fucking understand that. I can't drive that home enough. I completely understand.
I can't drive home enough how much of a stupid bitch you are. God.
I'm furious at the world. In fact, I am furious at the world. I am fucking sickened by the entire older generation all the fucking time.
Okay.
I'm sick of being made out to be this lazy piece of shit, but I'm not.
I've not called you lazy, I don't think.
I'm sure, you know, you're sick of people's attitudes towards what you are.
What am I? What am I? I would love to hear this.
But all I'm saying is you're just on the road to become the fucking problem. When you're 40, you're gonna also just be not progressive. You're just on the road to just becoming exactly what you don't want to be. Like,
I don't know, babes. If I do ever have children, I certainly won't be taking out my trauma on them. I don't know, babes. I don't know. I'm never gonna be like my dad. I don't know. I don't know, babes. This seems like a pretty deranged take.
I don't know. Like, I love you so fucking much. We've not always seen eye to eye. And
you don't love me. No, where's that pheromone moment? Where is it? Where's that pheromone? Babes, I got one thing to say to you. Let me open this up in a new tab. You don't love me. You don't love me. Girl. You don't love me. Don't pretend that you loved me. You don't love me. Fuck yourself.
Compared to our brother, we've not always...
Can we put the guitar down?
Along, which is fine. Like, we're two incredibly different people. But it's incredibly saddening, honestly. Like,
it's sad that you made this stupid
I honestly
video.
wish you well, and I hope that you prove me wrong in the future.
Don't wish me well. I know exactly what you're secretly thinking. Don't wish me well. Because I do not wish you well in the slightest with this video. I'm just gonna be upfront and honest. I do not wish you well. Not with this video.
I hope that you have a wonderful career. I hope you are able to, you know, create a wonderful family, even if it's, you know, not kids, fucking, you just have some cats or whatever, and it's you and your partner. I wish nothing but the best for you. But for the time being, you are just not helping yourself. You are stifling yourself. You're stifling your own progress. You're fooling yourself into thinking that you're making progress, which you're not. You're still saying the same bitter shit that you were saying a year ago.
And you said in this video I would have every right to still be bitter. You said in this exact same video that I'd have every single right to remain bitter about anything. In your words, adults in my life have failed me and I'm completely justified in being angry and upset at that. What do you think I will do when I'm angry and upset, Harley? Be honest. What do you think I would do? Because I can tell you right now, I certainly will not hold my tongue. This is the room of the speaker and I will use my voice.
I just don't want to see you fail. I just don't want to see
you want to see me
down
fail.
The same path that Mum has, your dad has, my dad has. Like,
Let me just say, if I was going down that path, I would have long since been down that path because, I'm sorry, my dad's a raging alcoholic. My stepdad at the time, his dad, was an abusive cunt. And my mother was unfortunately groomed. And in some way, shape, or form, they've all been drug addicts. Sorry, it's just the way it is. If I was going down that path, I would already be down that path. And I have no problem with... Let me just state this for the record as well. I have no... Like, my husband does marijuana, right? He smokes weed, smokes marijuana, right? I have no issue with that. My issue comes down with the way that you handle yourself whilst having or using that drug. For my mother, unfortunately, it became an addiction. For my dad, with the alcohol, unfortunately, it became an addiction. And they both became shit human beings because of it. And decided to become basically abusive cunts. My husband, I've not experienced any abusive, like, symptoms from him whatsoever that I can recognize in my parents. And he smokes weed. He smokes marijuana. Again, it's not the fact that they're doing drugs or whatever. It's the way they handle themselves. My husband's not sat there breaking down, throwing shit because he can't get his fix. My dad isn't sat here, or sorry, my husband, sorry. Sorry, I'm getting my words mixed up. My husband is not sat there punching walls like my dad did whenever he could not get any alcohol or his ecstasy or LSD in terms of my dad. My husband has never done that with marijuana. Whereas the adults in my life, as you said, that failed me, have all done shit like that.
I just think this entire situation is incredibly saddening.
Can we not play the guitar?
And yeah, I think that's enough ranting for me.
The guitar made that so unserious in the long run. How are you gonna sit there and make a whole 40-minute video and it turns out to be that crock of shit? Ugh. I'm sorry. What did we think about that video, chat? Please do let me know. Please do let me know. Because I'm interested to hear opinions. And of course, again, I'm available on Discord if people want to share their opinions. Just please, in chat, let me know beforehand. Because that video to me came off as going, oh yeah, you're not allowed to react the way that you're allowed, like that I've said that you're allowed to react. That is entirely what it comes across to me as. I'm so sorry, but that's the way that it comes across to me. You cannot physically sit here and go, oh yeah, you're allowed to feel how you're allowed to feel, and then get mad at me for feeling how I feel and expressing how I feel. You cannot do that. It's such buffoonery. And again, he's known where I've lived for the last, like, year now. He could literally sit there and could have come to my door at any point up until now and gone, hey, may I talk with you? And I would have let him in and we could have talked. But no, instead, now it's my fault for not reaching out to them after they've said, after they have sat here and said, oh, I want nothing to do with you. That's not on me. You said that shit. I'm just holding you to what you fucking said. That's not on me. That's on you. From my experience with weed, it never makes you violent. Yeah. Yeah. But as far as I saw my mother, as far as I saw her partner at the time, ooh, they were fighting. Oh, they were fighting. They were fighting a lot. And I'm sorry, but just the passive aggression. I'm like, rest in peace to any chance that you ever had of reaching out to me and successfully getting back in my circles. Rest in peace to that. Diva, you done fucked it up for yourself. It's like that video didn't even need to be made. That video was a choice. And he didn't need to sit here and... I just don't get it. I just don't get it. Maybe I'm not the one to get it. Maybe there's some secret message in there that I don't know. Genuinely, I'm like... What is he babbling about? I'm just like... Let me just... Let me do a basic search. Because I don't know what channel he originally uploaded that to. I genuinely don't understand. Because that video was never passed to me until Stephen Bryant passed it to me. I'm like... genuinely, why did that video need to be made? You didn't need to make it, because he went on about how he needed to make this video. He didn't need to make that video. That's the thing. He didn't. The fact that he sat there and made it. And he's just killed any chance of reaching out to me and successfully getting in my good graces. He's just killed every single chance there is of that. And at this point, the only one that could reach out to me and get back in contact with me would be my sister. But even then, I don't think she will, which I'm at peace with. She's like literally the only one that could do that. Just putting that out there. But he didn't need to make that video. The video was not needed to be made. Or... like, genuinely. It just doesn't make sense. You didn't need to make that video. I don't want you ever reaching out to me again. Stay the fuck away from me. If you stop me in the street, like you did back in March/April of this year, to try and have me give you a second of my time, I will absolutely tell you to go fuck yourself. Because me and you never speaking again. Never. Never. Anyways, I think I'm peacing out. So with that being said, oh my god, thank you for watching. I'm so sorry to Ben, who I woke up during this, and to the family members who are inevitably going to watch this and think that I'm attacking them again or doing something along those lines. Maybe don't say stupid shit. Have you thought about this? Maybe don't say stupid shit and I won't have to clock you on your tea. Because I can tell you right now, we are not sat here talking to each other by y'all's words. I'm holding you to those words, and to be quite frankly honest, I agree with that sentiment. I want nothing to do with y'all. Nothing. And I hope that when I look back at this in 20 years, I hope to God that I am not back in contact with y'all. Ever. I'll be so embarrassed. I'll be so ashamed. And I want each and every single one of you in my audience, if that ever happens, if I do mention it, please bring up all of this shit again. Please bring up all of this shit again. Remind me. Unless it's my sister. Like, remind me if it does happen. Just remind me. Alright? Remind me, shame me for it, because I don't see a world where I could ever be back in contact with that motherfucker, that motherfucker, that motherfucker, that motherfucker, any of these motherfuckers. And if any of them try to stop me on the street apart from my sister, they'll be getting one fucking hell of a fuck off from me. Anyways, I'm gonna go now. I need to properly wake up. We've been here for like 4 hours. Oh, girl. Yeah, I'm gonna go off now. I'm gonna head off now. See you guys later. Thank you for joining me this weekend. I hope that I can join y'all next weekend with something hopefully a little bit more lighthearted. Hopefully. And yeah, I shall see you later. Bye!